see, they had to. They were flying with the Falcon flyway. After school tonight, they blocked this. And this. I wasn't late this year. Earlier than normal.
size belongs to 2X. All t-shirts for sale will benefit the Wounded Warrior Project. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a reminder that raffle tickets are for sale. The winning raffle tickets will pick up football through the goalpost at halftime, hopefully landing in the truck north of the end zone. You can purchase those tickets, one for $5 or three for $10. If the ticker sticks the ball into the bed of the truck, they have the option of either winning $25,000 or the truck itself. Tickets for this are for sale at the north end zone behind the scoreboard. Again, one for $5 or three for $10. Second annual Armed Forces Football Classic can be viewed live online at www.ihsa.tv/Mascoutah. It will also be available on demand after tonight's game. And also a reminder that tonight's game will be aired by Charter Communications. Charter customers can go to CCIN Channel 10 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock or Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to catch the full playback of this game. Or you can watch it anytime after that on demand. Go to Channel 1, select local interest, and sports to find this and all other high school content.
Yeah, I got it.
After the national anthem, you
Do you know when you turn this on at?
No, it was just you just turn that switch on. Right there.
You said it was hot.
It wasn't because I turned it off.
See what I deal with?
Yeah, that's right. So we got a little time, right? That's what I thought.
3 minutes. Is that the referee?
So there's a good court at parking lot light.
Just confirm. I know we touched earlier.
Be all right. I'll first 15 minutes will be pretty much me anyway.
I think we're good.
We're here. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello. I can hear you, brother. How you doing? Apple cider vinegar, and that's it? We're talking about hot spots on dogs and how apple cider vinegar on the hot spot will actually make it go away within a couple of days. My dog has a hot spot on the top of her head, and she's wearing a lampshade like she's a drunken party animal. Yeah. So I'm going to put that to use. And it doesn't hurt him when you put it on? Okay. How'd you find out about that? Okay. Yeah, because she's been itching really. She tries to get to it still. And we're worried about when she takes the lampshade off. Yeah.
They're going to make some announcement.
DJ's not here yet. Yeah. Yeah. DJ's on his way. He was just talking to Jeremy, I think. So he'll be up here. I think we can handle everything without him for a few minutes, though. Okay, good. Here comes the team. Okay. The Bethalto squad. From Mascoutah, right near Scott Air Force Base, is high school football on CCIN. It's the second annual Armed Forces Football Classic here at Mascoutah as the Indians host the Bethalto Civic Memorial Eagles, and we are going to have a great one here tonight. Looking forward to it. The Eagles come in with a record of 1-3. Mascoutah is 2-2, and each year the folks here at Mascoutah get together and stage a football game to honor the military, and the Mascoutah Indians about to make their way onto the field. An emotional night and a great night to honor the military here at Mascoutah, and we're looking forward to it. Hi, everyone. With Demetrius Johnson, I'm Randy Carricker. Great to have you with us for more high school football here on CCIN, and we got started a little bit early tonight because we have some very special activities that are going to take place that we want to share with you, and that includes the rendition of the national anthem and everybody here in the stadium tonight singing God Bless the USA, and a very special coin toss honoring several veterans and much more that we're looking forward to. Several years ago, Scott Battis, the head coach here at Mascoutah, decided that it would be good to honor some of the veterans, many of the veterans here in the area, right near Scott Air Force Base, with a football game and with the pomp and ceremony that goes along with it. And last year, the first one was a rousing rousing success. So this is the second annual of what has become and what will continue to be a great event in Mascoutah. Demetrius Johnson, one of the great things about a night like this, in addition to honoring well-deserved veterans and military, is that the kids really do get involved and really do experience an awful lot of emotion on a night like this.
And you know what makes this game so interesting is this. You have these kids that come together from Mascoutah in a short period of time. When their family members live all over the place throughout the country, they serve in our country right now. So this makes it really special when they do this.
And the colors will be presented here at Mascoutah, and we'll hear from the band and the presentation of our nation's colors as we get ready to hear the singing of God Bless the USA. And by the way, the singing tonight of God Bless the USA will be led by Mascoutah resident and our Army veteran Don Norenburns. Don represents the hundreds of veterans in our community who proudly served their country and now quietly serve in the community. So we will hear from Don Norenburns very shortly.
Be an American where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died who gave that right to me, and I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and Mascoutah to L.A. Love is pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say that I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died who gave that right to me, and I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died who gave that right to me, and I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Army veteran Don Norenburns with a rousing rendition of God Bless the USA. And now the Mascoutah Band will perform our national anthem for the big crowd here at Mascoutah, getting ready for Mascoutah and Bethalto on the football field. The terrific band at Mascoutah, and here they are. And before the anthem, the colors will be presented from the students here at Mascoutah High School. And DJ, they really do it right here as we get ready for the anthem. This is a great event, and it's great to see the high school students that are so involved with this event.
No doubt about it. I mean, it's really emotional, man. You know, you just feel the spirit of this great country, man. When you're out here and you're around these young folks and they're involved, and you see the veterans here, you see the kids, families who's serving our country, man. This is a really beautiful event, man, and I am so honored that we are part of this.
There you see the presentation of the colors as those students walk into your frame. And now, with the Mascoutah Band in place, here is our national anthem. The Mascoutah Marching Indians under the direction of Sandra Richter with a great rendition of our national anthem, and the colors were presented by the Mascoutah High School Junior ROTC program under the direction of Sergeant Kenneth Monroe and Colonel Randall Lanning. Great work by the ROTC here at Mascoutah and, of course, the Mascoutah Band. And we'll get ready for the coin toss here, and we will have a couple of honorary coin toss captains for today's and tonight's activity. And DJ, we came here for the first time several years ago. We saw a wide receiver by the name of Matt Melton, who went on to Tennessee, a big receiver. And once again, Mascoutah has several players that have Division I quality talent. Let's take a look at the team comparison for tonight's game. And as you can see, Mascoutah even at 2-2. Civic Memorial comes in at 1-3. Otherwise, Mascoutah has a pretty substantial advantage.
Yeah, what I like about both of these teams, they both can score points. You know, you always want to see if they can score points. They can do that. And they both have very good offensive passing ability and both try to run the ball. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting and a dynamic matchup here because both of these teams, the emotion of this game, it means so much to these young men here, and they're going to go out there and play at a high level, and that's what you want in this kind of game.
And I think we'll enjoy watching the Mascoutah quarterback tonight. His name is Zach Lindsay. He's got 9 touchdown passes and 5 picks. He's also rushed for a couple of touchdowns and 238 yards. He's the classic dual threat, and it'll be fun to watch him perform tonight here at Mascoutah.
Yeah, when you talk about Zach Lindsay, he's a kid that puts everything on his shoulder. I mean, if they're going to have a chance to win, he's going to have to be one of those teams that really make it happen to that.
Our Hot 104.1 keys to this game, DJ.
Talking about the Civic Memorial team, they got to throw it around. Got to be very open and they're throwing the ball, and they must contain Lindsey. I mean, he's a young man who can move the ball and do things. Special teams going to have to be special. Make a play coming down to special teams. Mascoutah, dual threat. I mean, they quarterback can do it all. He can run, he can pass. He's just a very good player. The defensive line must penetrate and must put pressure on the quarterback because he want to sit back there and throw the ball. Now, over, you're talking about under and over. This is what we're talking about. Got a lot of young kids, young players out there. You're going to have to step your game up and make plays in this game.
And a classy move on the part of the Mascoutah squad, as you can see in the upper left corner of your screen. All of their players went over to the far end of the field to shake the hands of the military personnel that formed the line that they ran through before the game started. And a great feeling for the players and for all of the military personnel here at the second annual Armed Forces Classic here tonight.
Well, let me tell you why it's so impressive what Mascoutah has been able to accomplish. Think about this. 50% of this team is going to be from somewhere else. They're not going to be from the community. They're not going to be just grew up in this system. They come because their parents are transit. Their parents are traveling overseas. They're doing the things for our country in the service. So you know what happens, Randy? For him to bring this team together in that short period of time, that gives you a quick inside key on how Mascoutah coaching staff is. They do a great job.
Getting ready for the coin toss, and we will have several ceremonial coin toss captains. Lance Corporal James Sperry served with the 3rd Battalion, 1st Regiment, 1st Marine Division, who fought in the 2nd Battle of Fallujah, Iraq. James earned 2 Purple Hearts for his courageous efforts. The 8th anniversary of this now famous battle is this November, and Lance Corporal James Sperry will be honored as one of the coin toss captains here tonight, along with Colonel John E. McLaughlin. As a leader and soldier with over 25 years of service, Colonel McLaughlin has served in several airborne, Ranger, and Special Ops units. Colonel McLaughlin currently commands the Defense Information Systems Agency, Continental U.S. DISA CONUS, located at Scott Air Force Base. People that have given their life and, given their health to this country and given themselves for this country and the freedoms that we enjoy on a regular basis.
And just to piggyback, they do sacrifice their lives for us. And sometimes I think we have so much freedom and we don't understand sometimes how do we get that freedom, where we get it from. We get it from our men and women who are servicing us and doing what they have to do to keep us protected in this country. So I just want to say thank you very much for what you've done in my life and everybody's lives in this country.
And so Lance Corporal James Sperry and Colonel John E. McLaughlin will serve as our honorary coin toss captains, and we'll get ready for football here at Mascoutah. And this is a big game. Bethalto to stay alive in the Illinois playoffs, DJ. I think they need this one with a record of 1-3. And we know the expectations that Scott Battis and his staff have built up here at Mascoutah, and they'd like to get over the 500 plateau.
No doubt about it. I think what you got to say, the pivotal point of the game for both of these teams here, Randy, because you want to win. You want to be in the playoffs. The Illinois playoff system, I think, is one of the fairest systems going. You win games, you qualify. You don't win games, you don't qualify. I think a minimum of 6 games you qualify, and then you're seeded as your record and your competition. That's what I love about this whole Illinois football playoff system.
And the home team, Mascoutah, has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. No, they've decided to defer. And so Bethalto will get the ball first here tonight at Mascoutah as we get ready for football action.
Just coming here, man, just the feel of this entire community. It's almost like the whole city of Mascoutah just shuts down. I mean, I had an opportunity, and I'll mention their names a little later. Some little girls I met, and I went to Pizza Hut. I wanted to go up there and get a bite to eat before the game. And I just had a very engaging conversation with the girls, some girls who go to school here, just have a part of being a part of this whole tradition. This is unbelievable, man. This is a great feeling, man.
You saw Justin Winslow, the head coach at Bethalto, and there's Scott Battis, who's really gotten things going here at Mascoutah. He's in his 4th year and has the record of 10-22, but their expectation now, after turning things around, is to get wins and ultimately to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. I mean, you fight so hard to create a different mindset, and they've been able to do that, and that's what it's all about.
You see, last time these two teams played, Bethalto, Civic Memorial of Bethalto, won it by a score of 27-24 over Mascoutah, September 23rd of 2011. So here we are about 1 year later, and we get a chance to see these two teams again.
Well, the thing about both of these teams, they know one another, so it's not like they're not familiar. This is a big game for both of these teams. I mean, who best would you want to be playing against? Someone that you know and someone that you have a little rivalry with. And both teams, to me, are riding on this game today. Whoever wins this game has an upper hand at getting into the Illinois State playoff system. That's why this game is so important, and that's why both of the coaches has approached this game as a must-win for both teams.
As we get ready for the opening kickoff, which will be brought to you by the Carpenters Union, Austin Waugh will get ready to kick it off for Mascoutah, and back deep for Bethalto. Ready to receive the opening kickoff are Chris Henson, number 11, and Wyatt Sutton, number 17. Austin Waugh, the junior, 5'10", and 160 will get ready to step into it, and we're set to get underway here at Mascoutah. And once again, we thank the Carpenters Union for being a part of high school football here on CCIN. DJ and Randy and you, and we are underway here at Mascoutah, and Bethalto with the upback taking the initial kickoff and getting up right around the 30-yard line for Bethalto is Brandon Torres. And that's where Bethalto will get things started here. The Bethalto quarterback is Kyle Kilpatrick. As he comes out to the field, Dylan Mueller will be in the backfield. Tyler Campbell, Nick Cavazza, Chris Henson, and Wyatt Sutton are the receivers. They will run with backs flanking Kilpatrick. And our first play from scrimmage, and this will be Kilpatrick, the quarterback, right up the middle, and he is stopped immediately by Mascoutah, and sliding in to make the play was Robert Pearson. So Kirkpatrick with the first carry of the game.
And don't expect too many runs in this game. I mean, both of these teams like to put the ball in the air. Their strength is throwing the ball downfield. Come out in the spread offense, they'll run the read option. However, they like to try to spread the field.
Second down after the short gain. Second down and 8. Kirkpatrick takes the snap and looks to throw and looks to the left under pressure, and he is going to be brought down, and a big hit applied as he lost the football, and Mascoutah will get it early on here at Mascoutah. They deferred. They wanted to take advantage of their defense, and they get the ball back.
Yeah, that was good pressure up front. Give credit to the defensive backs. They do a great job making sure they keep them under locks and not letting the quarterback get out. Now, a fumble is recovered here. Man, that's big time right there. Now, Mascoutah's in a very good situation. That was a good play by Kevin Hill, number 51.
51, Kevin Hill recovering the fumble that was forced by Tim McDonald. He's the one that applied the big hit. And it's Mascoutah and Lindsay handing off. And a short gain to the 30-yard line of a couple on first down. Mascoutah has had some injury problems in the backfield, DJ. And they are going with Tyler McNair here. Herman Fontenot will see action. And they were hoping to get work from Trayvon Williams, their fine running back who's been injured with a bad knee since the first game of the season, but he is not in there yet.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, they could use him. I mean, he could really put a lot of pressure on the defense with his running ability.
Zach Lindsay to throw, and he does. And this one is caught. And racing inside the 10-yard line is Mike Beekert. He is their big play guy. That's his 25th catch of the year. He has 5 touchdowns, and Beekert has a first down and more for Mascoutah.
Yeah, that's a nice play. I thought that linebacker was going to be able to get in that little sensitive area right there. Beaker does a great job watching the ball in and getting upfield for a nice game.
Lindsey on 1st and goal is going to run it himself. And Zach Lindsey down to the 5-yard line for the Indians.
When you run a spread offense like Mascoutah, what happens is they put a lot of pressure on those linebackers and those defensive backs because you got to cover up front. Now the gaps are so wide that the quarterback automatically have running lanes. You got to be able to read and react on anything if you're in that linebacker position. Makes it pretty difficult.
Lindsey's going to run it again, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. They take advantage of the turnover and drive to the first score of the game, and Mascoutah is on the board. They lead 6-0.
Talking to Coach Battis right before the game, boy, he was glowing when you talked about Zach Lindsey. He's looking at me like, hold on, man, this guy is big time. He can make plays. He can do this. He is so versatile on our team. If our team run, it's going to be on the back of Zach Lindsey. And, boy, you just saw an example how very special Zach Lindsey is.
Wow, with the extra point try. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up, and this one is good. It's 7-0 in favor of Mascoutah. So the turnover gives Mascoutah the ball, and Lindsey able to take it in from 8 yards or 5 yards up.
And that's what you want to do. You want to get the ball and take it in. But you give credit to number 67, Anthony Betcher. He comes, look at that. Only thing he has to do is shield that force man and force a force man to go out a little wider, give Lindsey an opportunity, get the running lane up the middle, right off that corner, bam, he takes it in for 6 points. Boy, you can ask for a better start than what you just had from Mascoutah.
Especially after they deferred everything that Scott Battis wanted to happen when he won the toss and deferred has happened here in the early going.
No question about it. And when I was talking to Coach Battis prior to the game, you could just see his emotions, how emotional this game is. He was like, hey, man, this game is so emotional because it means so much to our kids because half of our kids are from the parents of a soldier. And that means so much to us for us to go out and play well.
Waugh will boot it away again, and once again he kicks it along the ground. It's touched by a Bethalto player, and Mascoutah gets it at the 45-yard line. The short, hard kick, and coming away with it for Mascoutah is Ferris Lemuel, one of their best players, races off the field, and they have the ball again at the 45-yard line of Bethalto.
I tell you what, man. You can ask for a better start right now. Everything is going Mascoutah way. Maybe it's the emotions of how this game means to them and what it means to their parents. Now the kids are out here playing at a high level. Get a nice little onside kick, get a recover. Boy, and it's a nice position for Mascoutah to be in.
High tempo for Lindsey, who throws to the left side. And now a fake, and Beaker inside the 10, inside the 5, and a touchdown on the pass from Tim Parks. The lateral and the pass from Parks, a 45-yard touchdown, and it's 13-0.
Man, Coach Bettis has told me, hey, DJ, we have a special double pass here. I don't know if I'm going to run it, but if the opportunity presents itself, I'm going to run the double pass. And that's exactly what Mascoutah does that time. They do a double pass, throws it out to the receiver. He throws it downfield to the other receiver. That was an excellent call by Coach Battis.
Extra point try. This one is up, and it's through, and it's good, and it's 14-0 in favor of Mascoutah. It was Lindsey to Parks, Parks to Beaker. And Beaker had them all fooled. He was wide open.
Man, I tell you, that's what you want, man. You want to start a game like this. You can ask for a better start. You get a ball, you get down there, get a fumble recovery, take it in for 6. You get the first possession, and I'm telling you what, this is what a good coach wants to do. The good coach wants to take advantage of turnovers, and they want to strike fast. That is what I call striking fast. And you want to put a lot of pressure on Bethalto. Now, what's going to happen now? Bethalto is not a bad team. They can throw the ball offensively. They're going to try to spread it back down the field. However, they got to do something to take some of the pressure off themselves because this Mascoutah team is playing pretty good right now.
Justin Reed had the ball go off of his hands after the kickoff, and on the next play from scrimmage, Mascoutah with a little razzle-dazzle makes it 14-0. And Reed is standing now at his own 47-yard line. And if you're going to catch that hard kick, you have to make the catch. Waugh will kick it away with his club up 14-0. And he's going to kick it low again, and this time it's picked up by a lineman, and he carries it up to the 40-yard line. And a flag flies as Bethalto really hasn't had much of an opportunity to get their bearings yet. They have to be a little shell-shocked here, DJ.
Yeah, if I'm Bethalto, I'm thinking, if I'm coaching the Bethalto team, if I'm Coach Winslow, when I'm telling my team, look here, calm down, settle down, we're going to be fine. They struck fast. However, it's a long way to go. This is only the first quarter. We have time. Let's make some plays, and let's get back in the game.
Kirkpatrick, the quarterback. Wide left, Chris Henson and Wyatt Sutton in the slot. And Kirkpatrick is going to throw left side, and it's caught. And a good pickup for Bethalto, as getting near midfield is Tyler Campbell, getting past midfield with the second effort and picking up a first down for the Bethalto Eagles.
And you got to be feeling pretty good about this play right here. I mean, look at Campbell. He gets the ball, got a good block, seal on the corner right there that was going to force it, gets upfield, makes nice yards, and look at him. He's not going down easily. So that means, hey, we got to do something to fight our way back in this game, and that's what Bethalto is trying to do.
Tyler Campbell with his 7th grab of the year. First down for Bethalto. In the backfield, along with the quarterback Kirkpatrick, is Dylan Mueller. And this is Kirkpatrick up the middle. A big hole. He's inside the 35, and he gives some extra effort to go inside the 30-yard line, and another first down for Bethalto.
That was a great run by Kyle Kirkpatrick, and he's running hard. I like how he's running, and look at him, Randy. Watch he put his hand down right here when the defensive back, bam, trying to hit him. He keeps moving, takes his helmet off, and keeps it moving down the field. That's a good run by Kirkpatrick.
Trips to the right side. Henson is the lone receiver on the left side for the Eagles, who came into this game with a record of 1-3. This is going to be Mueller with his first carry of the game, and Dylan Mueller is able to cross the 20 and get near the 15-yard line and pick up another first down for Bethalto, and they're picking up yardage in chunks here.
And you got to give Bethalto credit. Mueller gets the ball, and he runs downhill, with an attitude, makes a nice game.
Kirkpatrick, the quarterback. After this play, unless it's a touchdown, we'll give you this Bethalto offensive line that has been opening these holes in the early going. Kirkpatrick. And this time he's going to get stacked up. He tries to give it to Mueller on a little read option, and Mueller is knocked backwards. Travis Pfeiffer is the left tackle for Bethalto. Justin Oliver is the left guard. Number 55, Jake Lively is the center. Danny Henson is the right guard, and the right tackle is Larandy Warren. Nick Cavazza, number 10. Wyatt Sutton, number 17. Tyler Campbell, number 9, the receivers, along with number 11, Chris Henson. And Dylan Mueller, number 15, joins Kirkpatrick in the backfield. On second down, it's Mueller, and Mueller is knocked backwards after the handoff.
Number 15, Lloyd Mueller, the ball carrier.
Let me tell you why that didn't work. Because the defensive line up front did an outstanding job in pounding up front and allowing everyone else to come. That's good defensive line play by Mascoutah.
3rd and long. Kirkpatrick looking to throw. Now under pressure is able to get away, and he is popped down. Austin Waugh there on the hit. Also there was big number 70 for Mascoutah, Andre Jackson.
Boy, that was a nice hit by McDonald and Jackson. Man, that was like what you call a 2-for-1 there, big fella. That was a good sandwich hit. That's the way to come up and make a play. You want to make somebody stop, come up like that and force it.
From the 20 on 4th down, they're going to go for it. Kirkpatrick under pressure, and he is going to get sacked. He lost the football, and they're going to say incomplete pass. Kevin Hill with the pressure to knock him down, and Mascoutah takes over.
number 62, Lauren Burns, does a great job, Randy. Look how he stays outside and keep the outside in pressure on the quarterback, not allowing the quarterback to get outside that pocket. Great defensive play. Force him back inside, makes it very difficult to throw the ball. Then you put pressure on him. That's good play. And Kevin Hill comes up once again, gets in the play. That's outstanding football.
Empty backfield for Lindsey, who finds an open receiver. And racing away is Robert Pearson. Pearson up across the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 40 and a first down for Mascoutah.
Well, I tell you what, somebody better do something to Zach. Zach Lindsey, boy, he's just sitting back in the pocket, big fella, and just throwing it real ease and throwing the ball right nice to Robert Pearson. He gets the ball and go up the field and make a nice game. You don't have to take that slant away. If you're going to do that, they will take advantage of that play all game long. And I'm talking about Mascoutah. Good offensive play calling.
Lindsey. This one's complete too. Oh, and it's dropped by Pearson. He had it and dropped it.
Come on down with it, little fella. I mean, that's what you're in a big-time game, baby. When you're in a big-time game like that, you got to make that play. That was a great effort by Pearson. He goes up and get it, lose it coming down. But I'm telling you what, I like the poise of Zach, man. I'm telling you, he is so poised in the pocket. He's taking his time, making good decisions. Zach Lindsey is a special player.
Manny Fontenot checks back in for Mascoutah. On second down and 10. Lindsey with a blitz, and Fontenot is brought down by the blitzing linebacker, Michael May.
Good play, good call. Weighted blitz that. You got to do something to get that pressure off him. May come up, bam. Look at that. That's how you make a tackle. Don't let him go anywhere. You need to continue to be aggressive, and you got to blitz. If I'm Bethalto, I got to keep pressure on Lindsey. I cannot allow him to stay really calm in the pocket because he will pick you apart.
Watch for number 5 in the slot here on 3rd and 10, Mike Beekert. Instead, they're going to go to the left side. This is Fontenot. Fontenot can't find a hole, and he's knocked down, slips at the 40, and that'll bring up 4th and 10. And a flag is down on the far side of the field. And it's going to be holding against Mascoutah. This one will be declined, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, I would truly decline this one.
Blocking the back on the offense. That penalty's declined. It'll be 4th down.
That's a good call right there. I mean, good defensive stand that time by Bethalto. I mean, they had to make a statement and make a stand in that situation because Mascoutah in the previous 2 possessions went down and scored. They had to make something happen. That's a good job for them. They got to be feeling pretty good about making that stop.
Lindsey will kick it away, and the snap is low, and it's almost blocked. He did get a piece of it, and this one is going to fall inside the 50. And so a great job by the special teams of Bethalto, and they'll have good field position. We would like to take a moment to tell you about the Semper Fi Fund as a tax-deductible contribution for people like you that are our lifeblood. Whether your donation is large or small, a one-time gift or ongoing endowment, you have the power to make a real difference here and now, no matter where in the world you live. Help us help those who have given so much in the name of freedom with the Semper Fi Fund. Go to semperfifund.org. Bethalto with the ball at their own 45-yard line after the block punt. Special teams turnover is a big part of this game in the early going. The quarterback, Kirkpatrick, brought down no gain.
Mascoutah's really coming off that corner. They really shooting, and they're trying to take that read option away. If you can take that read option away, now you're going to become one-dimensional. Either Bethalto going to just pass the ball, or they just going to have to hand it up in the middle. Right now, you got to give Mascoutah credit. I mean, that adjustment defensively is to pressure the quarterback and not allow a triple threat with the read.
Kirkpatrick is a dual threat guy who has a very good arm and can also run. He's going to throw here. This is a little screen set up, and it's a good one as Bethalto is able to get the first down on the screen pass, and great work by that offensive line and great work by the Bethalto receivers, Zach Klaustermeyer, with the first down pickup.
And Kirkpatrick does a great job of selling that pass. I mean, he drops all the way back. He knows that this Mascoutah team has a very good defensive line. He gives him the pressure, and he dumps it off for a screen.
44-yard line of Mascoutah. Bethalto, Kirkpatrick throwing to the left side to Sutton. Wyatt Sutton is hit and gets away again, but finally is dropped for a loss. Had some yardage, but great hustle by Tim McDonald, the linebacker for Mascoutah, and a loss of yardage. Also in on the play, big number 62 for Mascoutah, Andy Norenberg.
What's interesting about that, coaches would say, okay, great effort, but then they'll also look at you and say, no win to say win. I mean, you need to go down. Don't go back on the yards. Go down right there. I mean, you lost an additional 3 or 4 yards on that play when you could have just lost only 1 yard.
Ball is at the 49-yard line. Second down and long for Bethalto. And this is the quarterback, Kirkpatrick, and he picks up a couple on that second down play to bring up third down.
Now, Kirkpatrick is going to have to do one thing different on that play right there, Randy. He is going to have to pitch it once in a while. I mean, that read option, he got a trail man on the pitch. He's got to pitch it to him. He's going to have to force Mascoutah to be a threat with the pitch man to feel that that's a threat to them.
On third down, Kirkpatrick gets the signal. He's joined in the backfield on this play by Dylan Mueller. And he's going to throw over the middle, and this one drops incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down. That one was intended for Wyatt Sutton.
Yeah, that would have been a very difficult catch right there. You got Tim Parks, number 23, does a great job coming in from the outside for the corner position, going after the ball. Then you also had the safety coming in from over top. You had 2 men on that receiver, was going to make it very hard for that play to be completed.
In this game, both quarterbacks are the punters. Kirkpatrick will boot it away to Greg Beekert, who's averaging 11.7 yards per punt return, and that's good. Beekert is blocked out of the way, and Bethalto will down it inside the 5-yard line, and that's where Mascoutah will take over, leading by a score of 14-0. Let's take a look at the Mascoutah schedule, DJ. As the Indians are off to a 2-2 start.
You know, and they got some pretty good teams they're playing, too, and that's what I like about it.
Tough stretch at the end.
Man, I mean, you talk about a very tough – I mean, Jerseyville has always been a heck of a team. Waterloo and Centralia, those are going to be some very difficult ball games to win.
Lindsey out of the empty backfield. 3 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Gets it away. And this one is overthrown and incomplete, intended for Beekert. Kirkpatrick was on the coverage.
Well, one thing about this situation, when you're backed up on your 5-yard line and you're in the spread set, you're in the end zone as a quarterback, your offensive line must be conscientious of not holding, because if you hold and he's in the end zone, that's going to be a safety. That's the thing the offensive line must keep in mind.
On offensive line as Andre Jackson, Jarek Toves, Caleb Miller, Tom Graff, and Anthony Betcher from right to left. Lindsey under pressure now. Gets it away, and this one is incomplete. Pressure on the play from Zach Klaustermeyer of Bethalto. It'll bring up third down.
And that's exactly what Bethalto needs to do. This is huge right here. I'm going to put this as an asterisk play, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's field position. You got a punt block last time, Mascoutah. So you got to hold them here, not give them a first down. Then you have an opportunity, Randy, have great field position or block the punt.
Now timeout on the field with 2:04 remaining in the first quarter. Here at the second annual Armed Forces Classic. Mascoutah off to a brilliant start. They scored 1 touchdown with 9:47 remaining in the first quarter. Lindsey with a 5-yard touchdown run, and then 12 seconds later they scored again as Lindsey threw the lateral to Parks, who hit Beekert for a 45-yard touchdown. CCIN is now on Locker Dome. If you don't already know, Locker Dome is a social network where fans and athletes can connect and share everything they love about sports. And now you can join the CCIN Sports Network on Locker Dome. Check out videos, behind-the-scenes pics, and get the latest news. Just go to CCINHSsports.lockerdome.com. Review our page and join our network. Locker Dome. CCIN STLHS Sports. There you go. You on Locker Dome?
Yeah, you know what? I just like everything. I mean, I can go to anything on Charter and get the games that I want to watch. I mean, it's real cool. And I can critique what we're doing. That's what I like about it.
Now Lindsay on 3rd and 10. To the right side, it's Beekert. And Beekert is able to get through. A flag is down as Beekert picked up first down yardage, but let's see what the flag is. It was in the vicinity where they usually call a hold.
Yeah, they're going to call a hold on Pearson. They're going to call that he was holding the receiver, not allowing the defensive back to come in and make a play.
Get the official call here.
Holding on the offense. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat 3rd down.
3rd and 12.
Yeah, and now you're faced with the same situation that you had the last time. I mean, if that hold would have occurred in the end zone, by one of the linemen, that would have been a safety. But it occurred with the receiver on the outside blocking the force man from Bethalto from coming in and making a play.
Now Beekert joins Lindsay in the backfield. Lindsay to throw deep. And this one is going to be overthrown and incomplete. That was intended for Tyler McNair.
Man, I'll tell you what, Bethalto's got to be feeling pretty good on that right there. They had to make a stay, and they did. They stood strong to their situation, made a nice play. Now this is field position. This is something now Bethalto may be able to open the offensive game plan up a little more because of the field position that they're going to get. They have great field position.
Sutton sets up at his own, or rather at the Mascoutah 44-yard line. Lindsay will boot it away. Gets it away quickly. High kick. Sutton will let it drop, and it's just going to get to the 35-yard line, just outside the 35 to the 37. And great field position for Bethalto. Let's take a look, DJ, at the top 10 in the area among large schools. And you've got Kirkwood, no surprise there, at 4-0. Kirkwood, and then O'Fallon from right down the road, and CBC 1-2-3.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can like that because next week you got O'Fallon and East St. Louis playing one another. That is going to be two big heavyweights there, baby. I mean, I am looking forward to that game.
That's always fun, and we're looking forward to it here on CCIN. To the task at hand, 37 yards to pay dirt for the Eagles of Bethalto, who trail 14-0 with 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. Kirkpatrick is their quarterback, throws to the right side to Sutton. Sutton is able to get away from one. Then he gets past the original line of scrimmage and is brought down at the 35-yard line. Gain of a couple for Wyatt Sutton.
Some people may wonder why they throw a bubble screen like that. Why they throw the balls that short? Because that takes the place of a running play. That's an equivalent of a quarterback turnaround, handing the ball out to a running back and letting him get 2 or 3 yards.
Into the game for Bethalto is Zach Clockey. And a throw, and here he is. And he's going to carry inside the 30, trying to get the edge, and he slips down as a blocker was trying to help him out. And that is going to be shy of first down yardage. Clockey thought that he was going to be able to get some yardage, and for whatever reason, Chris Henson got his hands on him. Look at this, DJ.
Yeah, it looked like his old man blocking, pulling down.
Oh, no, they both fell at the same time.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
3rd and 1. Kirkpatrick is wrapped up and brought down. On the play, Ferris Lemuel. Great penetration, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Man, we're talking to Coach about him. He was saying this Ferris Lemuel is a heck of a player. So he brings the heat, he brings the game. Great penetration, boy, and that was a nice play by Ferris Lemuel.
And that was the final play of the first quarter. A fast start for Mascoutah, but Bethalto has been able to stem the tide here as the first half unfolds. And there is the flea flicker from Parks to Beeker. 45 yards. Touchdown. Mascoutah 14. Bethalto nothing. With my good friend Demetrius Johnson, I'm Randy Carricker, joined by our outstanding Charter Communications crew. Started the second quarter on 4th down. Bethalto is going for it, and this is Kirkpatrick, their quarterback, and he's brought down by Ferris Lemuel again, and this is going to be very close.
Yeah, from the mark that I can see right here, look like he's short. I don't think he made it.
You really are in no man's land when you have the ball at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I guess you could just try to throw it up in the end zone. You probably have a better chance throwing it downfield, getting it incomplete, or getting an interception, or getting a complete pass. That's what I would throw the ball downfield.
And Kirkpatrick was shy of the first down, and so Beekert and Lindsay and the Mascoutah offense are back on the field at their own 27-yard line. Let's call it the 28. And Lindsay is going to run it this time. Zach Lindsay is hit and dropped after a gain of 5 on first down for Mascoutah.
Watch this here. Michael May, watch the play here. Bam. That's a great play right there, big fella. I'm telling you, he was blocked. He gets out the block and make a nice tackle, boy. That's how you fight off a block and make a play. Great job. Outstanding play.
Manageable 2nd down and 5 for Mascoutah. That's Beekert in motion. And this is Beekert. Like Beekert down the sideline. Makes a move. Has the first down, and he's into Bethalto territory.
Beekert reminds you of just someone that's just hard to get. There's some players that just have a knack of making plays. He's one of those players you can see how he just flow with the flow and make plays when they're there. That was good execution, good play by Mascoutah.
Beekert came into this game with 245 yards, as you can see, through the air, 219 more on the ground. Now they hand off to the tailback. That doesn't happen very often here at Mascoutah. And Fontenot picks up perhaps a half yard. No, they're going to mark it as a loss of yardage. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
You're right. That's nothing that Mascoutah does on a regular. They're not going to turn around and just hand it to the running back. It's got to be some type of read or some type of pass. They just don't turn around and give it to the back behind them.
Lindsay. Flag flies as he gets rid of it, and this one is dropped. That one was intended for Tim Parks, and we'll see what the flag is behind the play.
Yeah, that was going to be a holding that time. When I was looking at number 34, May for Bethalto, he was coming up there making pressure on the quarterback. Man, they grabbed him and pulled him down. He is a beast, man. That guy plays hard.
Replay, 2nd down.
And so after the big gain, Mascoutah now is forced back into their own territory.
Second and 21.
Zach Lindsay, the quarterback, came into this game with 9 touchdown passes and 2 touchdown runs. And he got into the neutral zone. May was going to blitz and got into the neutral zone, and he'll be flagged for offside.
They ain't going to make 5 of those yards up back.
Now another flag flies.
Wow.
And we'll see what this second infraction is.
May have been on the bench or something. Maybe somebody from the side said something.
Prior to the snap, encroachment. Defense, 5 yards, replay, second down. Also, we have a sideline warning on the visiting team. Replay, second down.
So no yardage assessed on the sideline warning.
Yeah, and that's good. What you're doing is telling the sideline, the coaching staff, you need to calm down with all that stuff you're saying about me. We're going to give you a flag.
Lindsay. And that one is overthrown and incomplete. It was intended for Beekert, and it was almost picked off. And Tyler Lafferty wasn't able to get the handle.
Well, Lafferty got to make that play, man. I mean, you're in the game right now, and you need something positive going your way. The ball hit the hand, opportunity to get an interception, get possession back. You got to make the play, big fella. Got to make that play.
3rd and 19. Big play here for Mascoutah.
Well, you know, Mascoutah, if I'm there, I'm going to try to make it manageable. And then I can either consider going for it on 4th down, but it's got to be manageable. If not, you're going to be in a punting situation.
Lindsay going deep. And this one is incomplete. That was intended for Tim Parks, and he couldn't catch up with it.
No, well, let me tell you something. That was an outstanding throw. Tim Parks didn't do a very good job in adjusting on the ball. The ball was up there. Parks, the only thing he had to do was come back to the ball, fade back inside. The ball was hanging up there long enough to give him the ability to do that. Now, one thing I'm going to try to attribute that to maybe the lights. If you're looking up at the lights, you may not be able to get the adjustment on the ball. But that truly was not a poorly thrown pass. It was a pretty good thrown pass.
Agreed. Lindsay will kick it away to Sutton, who's averaged 5.7 yards per return. Lindsay with a good kick. Sutton lets it drop, and now it goes past him, and he's going to take it at his own 5. This is Wyatt Sutton across the 10. Tries to make a move, does, and finally is tripped up and brought down across his own 15-yard line. Hey, can't get enough of Mizzou football? Then you need to watch the Mizzou Football Highlights Show. They pack all the plays from the last Mizzou game into a 1-hour show, and you can watch it right here on CCIN. Tune in every Wednesday at 8 o'clock if you want to watch more Mizzou. And if you missed the first airing, don't worry. You can also find it on Channel 223 at 5 p.m. Thursday through Sunday.
Well, it'll be a good game to watch, that South Carolina game for sure. It's going to be very interesting to see what happened in that game.
Bethalto hasn't been able to dent the scoreboard yet. They'll see if they can get something going behind their quarterback, Kyle Kirkpatrick. It's Dylan Mueller, the halfback, with him in the backfield. Mueller gets away from one, can't get away from the second, and he is buried at the 18-yard line.
The Mascoutah defense is really playing good tonight. I mean, they're really surrounding the ball. I mean, the ball carrier is not giving the quarterback too many options on that. Cal Kirkpatrick is having a very difficult time in the read option because he is not able to read that line.
Now Kirkpatrick looking to throw. Gets away, and he's going to run it. And he is brought down across the 20-yard line at the 21. And Kirkpatrick started running, and things closed in a hurry for him.
Yeah. I thought he had a lot of yards here. Watch this. And look at the pressure coming up. I mean, that front four for this Mascoutah team is pretty good. They have really put a lot of pressure on Kyle Kirkpatrick, making it very different for Kirkpatrick to have anything going in this game thus far.
Kevin Hill got it by the ankles to slow him down, and then Chris Matthews was the one that made the tackle. So it's third down for Bethalto. And at some point, DJ, the Eagles are going to have to put together a sustained drive. They had the 2 early turnovers that put them in this 14-0 hole.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, they like to throw the ball downfield. However, they have not chanced at this game. So very, small, short passes. Got to stress the defense. And that you stress the defense, you open up the defense, you have an ability to come back to the short throws.
Patrick, incomplete. Intended for Wyatt Sutton, and it'll be fourth down.
Robert Pearson, number 11 for Mascoutah. He had an unbelievable break on that ball. If that ball was thrown where it should have been, he would have been taking that the other way, my friend. That was a great read by Pearson, being able to recognize that route and jump that route. That was excellent read.
Beekert, the terrific punt returner, steps back to his own 40-yard line, and Kirkpatrick almost has that one blocked. And Beekert takes it at his own 38-yard line. Mike Beekert makes a move, gets through the first wave of tacklers, and is brought down at the 43-yard line.
There is a penalty flag in the backfield.
And we have a flag on this play, and they roughed the kicker. And that will be an automatic first down for Bethalto.
Because I'll tell you what, I mean, they can't say, what they say, just run into him. That was roughing. The punter get the ball off. And
by
then
about
run right
3 guys, right?
Yeah. Let's see what they call. Yeah, that was a personal. I'm telling you, that was a personal foul there. They ran over him.
We have personal foul, roughing the kicker on the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Ball is going to be marked at the 37-yard line now, and a break for Bethalto.
Yeah, watch this here. And what happens a lot of times in high school, particularly, they don't have a lot of chances on angles and block points. So if they don't have just the ball right in front of them, 90% of the time they're going to run right into the punter.
And if you get the ball, you don't have to worry about hitting it.
Exactly. And if you get part of the ball and run into him, there's no penalty.
This is Mueller, and he's brought down outside the 40 at the 41-yard line for Bethalto. On the tackle for Mascoutah, it was Ferris Lemuel, who seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, he is. I mean, they talked about him and his ability to make plays, and he stepped his game up. He's from sideline to sideline, and he's a guy that's got that motor that's always running.
Second down and 6, 14-0. Mascoutah leading Bethalto. Kirkpatrick tries to run and brought down. And that defense, boy, they closed some holes, don't they? Andre Jackson with the tackle on that one.
That front four is special. I mean, look how they get out the ball. I mean, look at them, man. They are putting pressure up there. You don't want to see all that coming at you when you sit back there in that pocket. But you got to give credit to the secondary, too. The secondary doing a great job covering. A secondary is only as good as a defensive line. And you can tell this is a very good defensive line from Mascoutah.
Big third down play for Kirkpatrick. Under pressure, gets it away. This one's caught and dropped immediately is Chris Henson.
Yeah, that's nice.
That was Alex Altman, the cornerback, coming up to make the play.
That is nice. I mean, watch Altman. Watch this. Make a play. Bam. That's nice. Recognizing your player, coming up and making a sure tackle. Excellent job, Altman. Love it. Great play. Good defense.
Now Kirkpatrick will set up to punt again. And they almost blocked another. Beekert inside his own 15 is going to watch it drop. It'll drop inside the 15 and at the 10-yard line. Mascoutah will take over. Well, we always like to bring you games that we've done in the past, and our next one, as a matter of fact, coming up momentarily after the conclusion of this game, we will have the first annual Armed Forces Classic, September 16th, 2011, and that'll feature the Highland Bulldogs and the Mascoutah Indians. So don't touch that remote. More high school football coming up here on CCIN.
Once again, I talked about on the punt block, you got to know the block points. And that's very hard to teach in high school because you just don't have a lot of time to teach that.
This is going to be Beekert. Beekert tries to get away and he can't, and he is brought down.
Number 9, Tyler Campbell does a great job. Watch his patience here, big fella. Break it down, bam, come on attack. That's good football by Campbell. I mean, he got in a nice tackling position. He had his knees bent, shoulders up, head up, and man, makes a nice, solid play. Good job by Campbell.
Devin Bryan, number 74, finished him off. Zach Lindsay, the quarterback. And this one is caught by Beekert, and he's brought down at the 15-yard line. On the defensive play, Zach Klaustermeyer for Bethalto.
And this play is open all game long. It seems as if Bethalto is not going to challenge that play. If you don't challenge that play, I'm going to continue to throw it. You got to force that linebacker to jump out there, or that defensive end to pretend like he's going to rush and jump right back in that passing lane, because that passing lane has been open for Bethalto. For Mascoutah the entire game.
Manny Fontenot checks in. This is Beekert. And Beekert is brought down on another superb tackle by that Bethalto defense.
Excellent
play. That was Wyatt Sutton with the tackle.
Excellent play. And Sutton is saying, okay. Hey, now, you didn't have a block man. Sutton was the unblocked man. And you're saying our player can be better than you, it's better than your player. Sutton came up and said, you're not. Makes an excellent tackle on Beekert. That's how you play defense. That's good tackling.
Lindsay will kick it away. Sutton will watch this one go out of bounds. DJ, neither team has really put together much offensively. Mascoutah taking advantage of a couple of turnovers early. They had the fumble recovery by Hill that set up Lindsay's 5-yard touchdown run early, and then on the ensuing kickoff, the ball was fumbled. Mascoutah took over at the 45-yard line of Bethalto and scored on the first play on a long pass of the flea flicker. And those are the only two scores of the game, a short field, two short fields really, off of turnovers.
Well, what's surprising about it is both of these teams like to throw the ball downfield. But, Bethalto's not been as aggressive in throwing the ball deep downfield. They're throwing intermediate routes and very short routes. On the other hand, you got Mascoutah is throwing the ball downfield. Bethalto needs to open up. They got to stretch the middle of the field and open it up for everything else.
That one is incomplete. That was intended for Campbell and never got there.
The Bethalto offense reminds me of the Missouri offense. Very methodical, not doing nothing special, just throwing the short passes. In order to run an effective spread offense, you got to throw the ball downfield. I'm telling you, I don't care what anyone says, you have to throw the ball downfield if you're running a spread offense.
Now on second down.
Second and 10 from midfield.
Mascoutah with their four-man front. And now we've got a timeout on the field. Timeout called by Bethalto with 4:36 remaining in the first half.
And I got to say, Randy, before I forget, I met these young ladies over at the Pizza Hut before the game, and they were really nice. Kiara Jones, she's with the Purple Crush. Jessica Upchurch, Purple Crush. Christine Willem, she's with the show choir. Gabby Tillung, she's with the Purple Crush. Michaela Weber, she's a volleyball player, and I had a great waitress over at the Pizza Hut, Megan Myers. Ladies, thank you very much for keeping me company at the Pizza Hut here in Mascoutah. Oh, Mascoutah. What's it? Bethalto? Oh, Mascoutah. I don't know where I'm at half the time. This is a great, the people here are just really, really friendly over here in Mascoutah, man.
Kirkpatrick on second down and 10. Give inside, and a pickup of a couple on that second down play, so that'll bring up third down.
Any good coach would tell you the way to defend a spread team is having a very good front four where you don't have to do a lot of blitzing. This Mascoutah front four is pretty good. They have allowed the linebackers to play freely and their safeties in the corners to cover downfield. Boy, they're doing a great job up front.
Bethalto, third down, trailing 14-0. Kirkpatrick under pressure. Now he's going to run it. Kyle Kirkpatrick inside the 40 has the first down at the 35-yard line. Brought down by Austin Waugh, the linebacker.
That was all Kirkpatrick on this play right here. He got the pressure coming. Look at this. You can see a nice running lane. He takes it up, makes a nice cut, and makes a nice run. Good job by Kirkpatrick.
Best field position of the night for Bethalto from the 35. Mueller. Flag flies as Mueller is run out of bounds on the far side. And Mascoutah's players think a holding penalty is going to be called here. Fontenot checks back in defensively.
Preliminary call is a hold against the Eagles.
So holding will set Bethalto back.
Hey, one of the officials out there, I got to tell you this, his name is Trent Purcell. And Trent is a good guy. Prior to the game, he and I was talking, he was called by the NFL and asked would he consider being one of the replacement officials, and he said he had no interest. Boy, and I'm saying that's pretty good for them to call you and ask you. I mean, I don't know if I'm an official, Randy, I might have to do that one.
Yeah, how
if
many
you in high school,
are you going to get?
If you're in high school,
We have holding on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. After the play, we have the personal foul, late hit out of bounds. On the defense, we're going to go 15 yards and replay the first down.
Are they going 15 yards both ways? Oh,
well,
10 and 15.
The first penalty will be a spot foul from the spot of the foul. And then the 15 yards will set it up so that as they replay first down, it'll be first and about 2 for Bethalto. This is where you take a shot, to me.
Yeah, I no doubt about it. I mean, you're in a nice area here. If you don't get it, your defense has still been playing well. You got 2 scores on you because of field position. I will go for it too. I will be aggressive and go downfield.
1st and 3, let's call it. Ball is marked at the 28-yard line. And this is the quarterback, Kirkpatrick. He breaks outside. Kyle Kirkpatrick is spun down by Lindsey, his counterpart at quarterback, at the 15-yard line.
That was an outstanding read by Kirkpatrick this time. Look at that, man. I'm thinking the running back had the ball. Kirkpatrick does a great job reading it, all the way keeping the ball in the belly of the running back and taking it out at the last minute and taking it upfield. That was a great play by Kirkpatrick.
And now Mascoutah calls a timeout. 1st and 10 for Bethalto. 3:18 remaining in the first half.
This is huge right here. I mean, Bethalto, this is the first time they're knocking on the door the entire first half, and they need to get something out of this. I don't want to depend on kicking a field goal. I want to get it in the end zone.
Here is the rest of the schedule for Bethalto Civic Memorial. This game, and then they visit Highland, where Highland is 4-0, Waterloo, Triad, and then Mount Zion to wrap up.
Boy, I tell you what, man, they got a tough schedule too, man. I just think Illinois football is just so different. I just believe that they allow them to play a little more physical. The officiating is not as aggressive. They let the players play, and just the whole style of Illinois football is a lot different.
And I have
to
not.
Missouri.
I will confess to not knowing what happens with the Chicago teachers strike and how that affects the playoff seedings here in Illinois. But a lot of teams have missed a lot of games in Chicago with that strike.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I would like to find out what's going to happen. Maybe next time when we do the East St. Louis game, maybe have some information how that whole dynamic is going to work out.
You saw that first game for Bethalto. Newton is only 0-1, and that's why, because of the teacher strike in Chicago. This is going to be Kirkpatrick again, and he is brought down on a nice ankle tackle, making the tackle, and then immediately getting replaced for Bethalto is Sam Hill Scott. Nice tackle.
That really was a nice tackle, because I'm assuming he's about to take that baby to the house. Number 72, Sam Hill Scott, man, he came out of nowhere and made that play.
On second down to the left side, and a completed pass inside the 10-yard line to Chris Henson. And this will be right down near the goal line for Bethalto.
And this play right here can be very effective when you're down in your red zone. You get an opportunity to score, but in the middle of the field, they've not had a lot of success with it. Play calling is totally different when you got room to play.
This is Klostermeyer up the middle and in for the touchdown. And Bethalto is on the board.
Yeah, that's good executing offensively by Bethalto. They needed something happening before halftime. Do a great job getting the ball, maintaining their poise, weathering the emotional charge in the first half, and still make a nice play to get in the end zone. Good job by Bethalto. Great execution.
Klostermeyer, the 1-yard run, and we had a whistle. And it's no good. The whistle did blow before the kick was made, and no good, so it's 14-6.
Yeah, it did blow. I'm assuming it was a dead play or something. And it wasn't. I mean, it continued. The play continued out.
Take another look at Klostermeyer. Takes the handoff and then just plows into the end zone for the 1-yard score.
Football sometimes is really simple. It's determination, wanting to do it, committed to getting it done, and that's what I call that run. But Klostermeyer, he wanted to get in the end zone. He got hit in the backfield, kept his feet moving, kept his shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, head up, and, man, just wanted to get it. He wanted that more than the defenders.
And those missed PATs are crunchers. DJ, we saw last week a team with kicking that was struggling, that probably should have lost their game. And now tonight you see a team that misses out on a free kick, a free point.
I just like to see high school coaches, I'm not saying all of them don't do it, but I like to see more emphasis on special teams. I know you don't have the same type of time that the college and the pros have. However, you got to take a day, you got to take a few periods to truly work on your special teams, because it's vital.
The very busy Kirkpatrick kicks it. And the very busy Beekert will take it at his own 9-yard line. Mike Beekert. Oh, and a nice special teams tackle. Getting in there to make it for Bethalto was number 13, and that's Brandon Torres.
Brandon Torres does a great job coming from the outside in, making a nice play on the special teams. Now, if you're Bethalto, you're telling your players, if you're the coach, hey guys, if I'm Winslow, give me a stop. Give me 2 good stops right here. We can get the ball back. We get the momentum. We can try to get another touchdown prior to half.
2:21 remaining in the first half. Lindsey, the quarterback, going to roll under pressure. Gets it away, and this one is out of bounds.
The play calling, obviously, any good coaching staff, play calling is always different when you're backed up at your own side of the field. However, the defensive line that time from Mascoutah finally got some great penetration to put pressure on Zach Lindsey, and that's what they need to do. They got to keep pressure on him. Now you got to run the ball here, because or you got to throw something short they can catch it. You don't want to continue to stop the clock and you get the ball back and Mascoutah get the ball back. You got to do something to get the clock running.
Lindsey goes over, says something to Ferris Lemuel, who's out to the left side along with Beekert and Parks. And this is Lemuel, makes the catch at the 20. He is hit and dropped by Klostermeyer at the 22-yard line.
A lot of teams use that spread offense and throw the ball to their receivers like that as a running play. I mean, if you break one, you're happy, but the intent is use it as a running play. Rather than turn around, hand it to your back, you're throwing it forward to the receiver, and he's getting the same pretty much the yards as the back would get, 3 or 4 yards.
On third down, the Mascoutah defense moves over to the side where Mike Beekert is. And a numbers advantage on the right side for Mascoutah, but it's going to be Lindsey running it himself, and Lindsey is brought down by May at the 25-yard line, and that'll be 3 yards short of a first down and a timeout.
Yeah, and that's a good play and a good call by Coach Winslow to call a timeout. But also, what I'm going to do now, if I'm Coach Winslow, I'm getting my guys in there. I say, we got to block it. If you got a free block, go for it. If not, pull up. Let's get the ball back, and let's be aggressive with the last minute, 25 seconds, and try to get it in the end zone.
And one thing we're seeing here now defensively from Mascoutah, DJ, is that in those key situations, those third down plays, they have made the determination, at least it appears to me, that they don't want Beekert to beat them.
No doubt about it. They're trying to take Beekert out of the game and saying, okay, well, Zach, we know you're a very good runner. Lindsey, beat us, and we're not going to let you we're going to give you a couple of options. We're not going to give you a multitude of options. You're going to have one or two. Either you're going to throw the ball to someone else or you're going to keep it. And if you can minimize a team to take away, most of their options, you get a better chance of winning the game. And right now, Mascoutah defense has made some really nice adjustments, and they're forcing this Mascoutah team not to be able to be as creative as they want to be offensively.
Lindsey is ordinarily the punter. Austin Waugh checks in to punt for Mascoutah. Lindsey left the field. Let's see if they have a special play dialed up on fourth down and 3. Waugh is going to kick it. And Sutton from his own 40-yard line. Wyatt Sutton getting outside, getting away from a tackler. Sutton to the 45, and he is brought down at the 40-yard line, and a nice return by Sutton sets up Mascoutah in terrific field position with 1:12 left in the half.
Boy, that was a big tackle right there, because Sutton was about to take that baby to the house, but he did a great job cutting back against the grain. He had nothing but daylight. He was going to take that baby. The vault was open, and he was going to take it to the bank and cash it in, man. Boy, that was a nice tackle. But I'm telling you, that almost broke for a touchdown.
Kirkpatrick. It's the snap. Looks to throw. Does throw. This one is caught. Nice grab. A leaping catch by Chris Henson on the sideline.
Not only was that a very good catch, he was able to get out of bounds on the catch. Watch this. He leaps up and get it. Let me see. Does it fall out of bounds? Nah. Clock should be running.
1:06 remaining in the first half. That was a pickup of a half dozen. This is Sutton brought down at the 35-yard line. That was Robert Pearson coming up to make the tackle for Mascoutah.
Robert Pearson does a great job closing on the play. Watch how he closes it, Randy. Throws the ball. Watch this close. Close on the young fella. Man, that's a nice play by Pearson.
So now 3rd and 5 for Bethalto as another timeout is called with 55.8 seconds left in the half. And we welcome all of you that are watching around the world on the Armed Forces Network and ihigh.com. We are thrilled to have you with us from Mascoutah, and thanks for all you do as you join us for the 2nd annual Armed Forces Classic here at Mascoutah, Illinois High School as they take on Bethalto, Demetrius Johnson, Randy Carricker, and our outstanding charter cable communications crew in St. Louis. Here's a pass to the left side, and this one is caught by Henson. And Chris Henson is brought down at the 29-yard line.
That play right there should have been dead from the beginning right there. The cornerback comes up, Randy. He has that play. He's got to attack that play immediately. He cannot hesitate on it.
First down over the middle, and it's caught. And the grab made by Tyler Campbell inside the 15-yard line.
Nice throw. Boy, I'm telling you, that baby was right on the point, right in the middle. Campbell gets a pounding when he catches the ball. However, man, he took a licking, big fella, but he's still ticking. That's the way to catch the ball and keep it moving.
Now a throw to the left side, and this is incomplete. That was intended for Henson.
Altman does a good job covering that time. Altman stays and put his body against the receiver and puts him against the out-of-bounds line. That's what you want to do. Force him to the boundary and be able to turn around and look for the ball. Altman does a great job, Randy.
14-yard line, 2nd and 10. Kirkpatrick.
Watch the middle of the field, big fella. If I am Bethalto, I'm going to attack the middle of the field.
Under pressure, Kirkpatrick tries to run it. He is going to run it. Kirkpatrick is going to be stacked up inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 4.5. 18 seconds left.
Well, they're going to have to get up and down the ball real quick.
13 seconds left.
Thought they were going to have to down it.
Ball's going to be at the 5. And they might run a play here, DJ. They get the snap off. He's going to throw into the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Incomplete. Intended for Henson.
Woo.
And that is the end of the first half. On the coverage was Alex Altman. And that was pretty close for Bethalto to getting within a point or two. But that is the end of the first half. A great start for Mascoutah in the first quarter. In the first 2.5 minutes, they had a 14-0 lead. Bethalto comes back. It's 14-6 at halftime and almost 14-12, but just out of the reach of Chris Henson.
to the field once again, the pride of Mascoutah, the Mascoutah Marching Indians. Demanding for space, the final frontier with their halftime team of Star Trek. So that's the true Star Trek generation, with the fine fleet from Star Trek and the Inner Light. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Royal Wood, Cable Oxma, and Alex Campbell. The band is directed by Mrs. Danny Richards. Our instructor is Mrs. Joe Smith, and our captains are Morgan Kane, Josh Hyatt, and Jordan Wilson. Tonight, the Marching Indians would also like to extend a special shout-out to parent assistant Jason Campbell. Congratulations, Jason, on your retirement from the U.S. Navy, and thank you for your service. sitting at the 1-yard line, and Dustin Gaddis is lined up just around the 40-yard line. How this is going to work is that Dustin can win this truck or select $45,000 if he is able to kick the ball into the bed of the truck. If it lands in the bed of the truck, he will be our winner. Good luck, Dustin. I got a feeling you're going to need it.
That's the Armed Forces Classic Trophy that Bethalto, Civic Memorial, and Mascoutah are playing for tonight. Mascoutah leading as we get ready for the third quarter by a score of 14-6. DJ, nice looking trophy now.
That really is a nice looking trophy, man. Make me feel like if I could go down there and touch it like I maybe got like the Heisman or something. I never got a nice trophy before. That is really nice.
Mascoutah deferred and decided to kick off in the first half. Took a turnover into the end zone for a 7-0 lead. Then on their ensuing kickoff, Bethalto fumbled and a 45-yard flea flicker touchdown pass from Parks to Beekert. It was 14-0 until Bethalto scored late in the first half. And now it's a 14-6 game. Bethalto missing the extra point. And because Mascoutah deferred, they will receive to start the second half kickoff. And this kickoff is brought to you by the Carpenters Union. To nail down a career in carpentry, get in touch with the Carpenters Union.
Wind up being a good selection to defer to his half.
Kyle Kirkpatrick will kick it away to Mike Beekert. And here is the boot. And Beekert takes it at his own 10-yard line. Beekert is hit across the 25 at the 27-yard line. And that's where Zach Lindsay and Mascoutah will get things started. They haven't scored since the 9:35 mark. Just 2 minutes and 25 seconds into this game of the first quarter.
For both of these teams to be prolific throwers, I'm kind of surprised it's not more score and on the board. But neither one of the teams, I got to give Mascoutah a little more credit. They've been a little more aggressive going downfield, but Bethalto has been very conservative with the play calling, throwing the small routes and, the bubble screens, things like that. You got to stretch the field. If you're going to be in a spread offense, you got to spread the field.
This is Lindsay, the quarterback, and he gets it away down the right side, and it's incomplete. That was intended for Tyler McNair and overthrown and incomplete.
Now, Tyler McNair, he does a better job that time, Randy, trying to turn it up. However, he should have turned it up a little sooner because the quarterback, Lindsay, is telling him, hey, go up. You got the guy beat because he had the defensive back on his hip. He goes right up down the sideline, had a better opportunity to get the ball.
Now Beekert is a wing on the right side. Parks split wide to the left side. Lemuel also a wing to the right. Two receivers split wide right. This is Beekert. And Mike Beekert puts his head down, and he is spun around like a top and brought down across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, you said, what I like about Beekert is you say he's spun around like a top. He really was. However, look how hard of a runner and a player he is. I mean, this toughness here right here. Pow, pow, pow. Look at that, spinning around and still makes a nice gain.
3rd and 5. There's Mike Beekert.
I like him, man. I like his heart, man. Football is a lot of heart, and I like that. Beekert shows a lot of heart when he plays.
It's 3rd and 5. And Lindsay and Lemuel has to go off of his hands, and that'll bring up 4th down. Ferris Lemuel could have caught that one, but he didn't.
Oh, well, let me tell you why he didn't. Number 9, Tyler Campbell, was coming up to make a play. So Lemuel is watching him take his eyes off the ball because he's thinking if I get the ball, I'm going to get hit or I got to make a quick move to try to get Campbell off me. So, I mean, that was a good defensive play by Campbell, just coming up with his presence, being there.
Wyatt Sutton goes back to receive this kick from Zach Lindsay. Good high kick by Lindsay. And Kirkpatrick takes it and is dropped immediately at his own 34-yard line, and that's where Bethalto will get things started for their first possession of the second half. DJ, let's revisit your Hot 104.1 keys to the game.
Yeah, we talked about Bethalto throwing the ball around and not being able to do that. Contain Lindsay. They've done a pretty good job in doing that, and special teams are very vital in that first half. Mascoutah, you're talking about the triple threat with the quarterback. He's got to do a little more Lindsay. The D-line has been doing a great job in penetrating, and we talking about under and over. The young players have stepped up and made plays in this game.
Kyle Kirkpatrick, the quarterback for Bethalto, as they work 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. In the backfield with Kirkpatrick is Dylan Mueller. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Throw to the left side. And this is Sutton, Wyatt Sutton, and a flag flies as Sutton crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line.
I don't know if that looked like holding or a face smash up to the helmet, because it looked like the defensive player was going up top. I don't know if they're going to call it holding or that. We'll see.
We will get the official call here momentarily.
Five-yard penalty. It'll be a first down.
The first down.
Who's it on?
Kevin Poor after the face mask call with the awarding of the first down for Bethalto.
First and 10 from midfield.
Big Jacob Lawrence, the 6'4" sophomore, is into the game. The 6'4", 250-pound sophomore for Bethalto. He's in at right tackle. This is Mueller. And Dylan Mueller scurries for a gain of 4 yards. Let's reset the offensive line for you. Travis Pfeiffer, Justin Oliver, Jake Lively, Danny Henson. And now at right tackle, you've got the big sophomore Jacob Lawrence. Tyler Campbell, Chris Henson, Nick Cavazza, and Wyatt Sutton are the receivers. Dylan Mueller is the running back, and this is Mueller getting the pitch from Kirkpatrick. And Mueller has a first down at the 44-yard line of Mascoutah.
Mueller hit it, man. That's how you're supposed to run that. When you get that pitch, you got to fly up there when you see that opening. Although he's going off the field kind of, shaking up on that play, he really did an outstanding job, man, in taking it up to the middle and hitting it around that open. Man, that's how you run the ball. Good job by Mueller.
Kevin Hill, Chris Matthews, and Ferris Lemuel up front for Mascoutah on the defensive line. They've got 4 down linemen here. Normally they run a 4-man front. Andy Norenberg is also in there. Here's the snap, and here's Kirkpatrick looking left and throwing. And this one is knocked down. Great defensive play by Alex Altman of Mascoutah.
Man, that's great position by Alex Altman. He's right there with the receiver. The only thing, big fella, you got to come down with the ball. Great position. Turned his head around, saw the ball, went up at his highest peak. Man, but you got to make that play. In this kind of game, man, it's going to be inches. It's going to go down to the wire, so you got to make the play.
Cavazza and Campbell on the right side. On the left side, Henson and Wyatt Sutton for Bethalto. From the 44-yard line, down 14-6, second down and 10. And here is the throw to the left side, and this is caught. And Wyatt Sutton picks up 8 yards for Bethalto.
And it's very conservative passing. You throw it in the little slots, you throw your bubble screens. Now they probably come back with that read option or the quarterback keep.
Third down, 3 yards to go. From the 37.
Let's see if Bethalto can convert on third down. Big crowd here for the second annual Armed Forces Classic at Mascoutah High School. And this is the quarterback. Kirkpatrick has the first down and more inside the 30-yard line, down to the 28.
What's making that play so much more effective is this. You see no penetration with the defensive line. The offensive line for Bethalto did an outstanding job in allowing the quarterback, Kirkpatrick, to do the read option because they did not get any penetration on him.
Now a throw to the left side. And a good pickup on first down for Bethalto. Sutton with another grab.
Yeah, Bethalto got a rhythm going right now. I mean, they got a nice little mix-up. They have this Mascoutah team on the heels right now because they're running options. Read options is working. It's taking the pressure off the quarterback. Offensive line is blocking well right now.
Isaiah Machado checks in. There he is, number 31 for Mascoutah, just into the game. Now a flag flies. came from the side judge. And Kevin Poole will tell
Right
us
to the
what the penalty
snap.
is.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. You play second down.
It's got to be tough, DJ, with those offensive linemen that stand up to look over to the sideline for the signal to not get a false start penalty.
Yeah, I mean, it really takes discipline to do that. You're looking up, you're waiting for the coach to give you a signal. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Now Kirkpatrick on second down and 9. And he's going to run it, fumbles, and he got it back, fell on top of it. A dangerous play, and Tim McDonald fell on top of Kirkpatrick after Kirkpatrick fell on top of the football.
Now watch this read. He's holding the read in there a little too long right there. Look at that. You see that? He's holding the read in there a little too long. And when you hold the read in there that long, Klussmeyer, he wants to take the ball. He cannot take it. He's got to let the quarterback either let it go or the quarterback keep it there for him. He cannot snatch the ball out of the quarterback's hand.
Third and virtually 10 for Bethalto. Kirkpatrick looking for a receiver, and he is going to be buried. Brought down hard by Andre Jackson.
And that's a nice play by Andre Jackson. You got to get that defensive line credit that time. They do an outstanding job in smothering. Watch this. This is a cover sack. The cover sack is nowhere to go. And look at Jackson, the big fella, number 70. Man, he just take his man and throw him out the way and make a play. That's the way you do it. You're going to be a big-time defensive lineman. That's how you have to do it. Cannot quit on the play and pressure the offensive lineman back to the quarterback.
Going for it on fourth down is Bethalto. At Lawrence, number 50, listed at 6'4" and 250 pounds. I have a feeling he might be a little bit taller than 6'4". Going for it on 4th and 13. Kirkpatrick slips, hit, drop, down. Chris Matthews made the first contact, and Mascoutah gets the football back.
Well, that's what Mascoutah really bets on. They really bet on the big dogs up front, not to let the quarterback eat. That time, look at the pressure. Bam. Look at that. Bam. You got two guys around the ball. Man, that's big. You needed that pressure up front, and they got it that time. Outstanding defense by Mascoutah.
Matthews and Jackson with the sack. And it's Mascoutah's ball at their own 41-yard line. And not a fruit-bearing drive for Bethalto there. Fontenot with the run on first down, and he's stopped for little or no gain.
You know what? I mean, we came in thinking both of these teams are going to be really airing it out. I mean, they went against both of their principles. They doing more running in this game than they have passing, and that makes it really interesting when they go away from what they do best to adjust their game to a running type situation.
And really only one sustained drive in the game. That was Bethalto's touchdown drive at the end of the first half. Lindsey. And Lindsey is brought down at the 50-yard line after a gain of 9.
That Jack Lindsey does play hard, doesn't he? Look at this. He rolls out, and I like what Coach Batches is doing. He's rolling him to his strength. You know, you're rolling, you know, and he could throw that way, and that's what I like about him. But he's giving him an option, and that's what you want. You want him to have the various options, either to run it or pass it. That makes Lindsey very, very dangerous when he has the options to either run or pass.
Full house backfield now for Mascoutah. And Lindsey slips and falls, and he loses 8 yards on that play. And rather than 4th and 1, it'll be 4th and 8.
But, I mean, you just knew this wasn't going to be a handoff. I mean, you know, you just knew that was not going to happen because their team is not set to run the power I. So you knew that was not going to happen. So it did not trick the Bethalto team. They were very disciplined. And that time, Fontenot he missed the block too. The running back, 28, comes up. He got to take that linebacker coming right up that middle, and he missed that block.
We saw Klostermeyer had the sack. Lindsey will kick it away on 4th and 9 after the 8-yard loss. Lindsey with a good high kick. Sutton goes back to his own 15-yard line. Now loses the ball, and it's going to go into the end zone. Hey, when you support Wounded Warrior Project, you're supporting an organization whose broad appeal reaches across demographic, geographic, and political boundaries. We're a nonpartisan organization by design. For us, it's not about the war, it's about the warrior. It's the Wounded Warrior Project. Just go to woundedwarriorproject.org. And both the Semper Fi Project and woundedwarrior.org will split a portion of the proceeds of tonight's game here at Mascoutah, the Armed Forces Classic. Here's a run by Mueller, and Mueller is brought down shy of the 20-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down and long.
Both of these teams defensively, they're playing very good. I mean, they're making plays when they have to make plays. They're putting pressure up front. Both defensive lines are playing outstanding football. This has been a very, I think it's going to be just a offensive explosion. It's been pretty much a defensive battle.
Kirkpatrick. And he's going to take it himself. Kyle Kirkpatrick brought down at the 26-yard line. And this will be a big 3rd down for Bethalto with 3:02, now 3 minutes exactly remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge play right here. And for both teams, because field position is very vital in this game. You get good field position, you got a better chance.
Neither team has been particularly adept on converting 3rd downs tonight. And the Mascoutah defense got the sophomore to flinch.
Yeah, but sometimes, although they're going to call it, if a defensive player make a hard charge like at the line of scrimmage, they can call him for the offsides rather than the offensive guy moving.
Pearson faked a blitz.
Yeah.
He got the sophomore offensive lineman to move. So now it's 3rd and 9, and that's a big penalty for Bethalto.
That is huge. He's going to make it a passing situation.
Looking left, throwing across the middle, and this one is caught, but only a gain of a yard or 2 for Bethalto. Making the grab on the pass from Kirkpatrick was Nick Cavazza.
That was a nice catch by Nick. I mean, he lays out and makes a nice catch. Didn't get a lot of yards, but the catch looked pretty. A really pretty catch.
Beekert will go back to receive Kirkpatrick's punt. A low and returnable kick from his own 39. Beekert looks for a hole, finds one, and finally is brought down at the 46-yard line. Hey, if you're enjoying this game, you can watch it again and again and again. Did you know that you can get this game and many others for perpetuity by purchasing the DVD? If you're interested, go to chartertv.com, click here to order a DVD in the high school football or basketball section of the homepage. Then select the year of the game from the drop-down menus, fill out your name and address, and then click Submit. It's that easy. Send a $25 check per DVD to the address on your screen. We'll send the DVD in the mail, and it's yours to keep forever. Just go to chartertv.com to order a DVD of this game or any other that we've shown here on CCIN. Here's a pass down the right side, and it's tipped away. That was intended for Robert Pearson, and a good coverage there for Bethalto.
That was excellent coverage by Bethalto, but let me give Robert Pearson a kind of lesson on running that route. He cannot run around, turn around looking at the quarterback. He's got to take off about 15, 20 yards as fast as he can go, about 20 yards, and then turn and locate the ball. That time he took off at about the 10-yard mark, low past 10-yard mark. He turns around looking at the quarterback, looking at the quarterback while he's running deep. Now what that's going to do is going to slow you down. You just got to get your head down and take off, and after the 15-yard mark, then turn around. You'll find the ball.
2nd and 10. Good block by Fontenot. This one is off the hands of Beekert and intercepted by Sutton. No, they're going to say incomplete. Incomplete. Sutton almost had his hands on that one after the tip by Beekert.
Yeah, that was for the taking right there, both of them. I mean, Beekert missed it and Sutton dropped it. You got to make plays in the tight game like this, and it comes down to that kind of plays. Who can make a play when the play presents itself? The play was there that time. Neither one of the players was able to come up with the ball.
Now it's 3rd and 10. Empty backfield for Zach Lindsay, the quarterback for Mascoutah. Bethalto showing blitz. Now they back off. 3 receivers to the left side, and Lindsay is going to be under pressure from May. Now he's going to run it, and Lindsay has the first down. Fumbles, and picked up by Bethalto, and Bethalto has the football back. Right at the end of the play, Lindsay lost the handle, and Bethalto gets it back.
Yeah, I know it ain't no replay in high school, but I thought he was down. He couldn't really see it.
So does Scott Battis, and Lindsay is hurt.
See this. Here you go. Here you go to play here. Let's see what happens.
He was.
Yeah, his knee looked like it was down. Yeah, that ball came out after he was down, because his left knee looks as if it touched the ground prior to the ball coming out. However, the officials don't have the luxury to see a replay. I mean, we have the ability to see that. Yeah, he was down before the ball came out.
And Lindsay, now a flag flies. Scott Battis and the Mascoutah bench yelling at the officials, and it's just going to be a sideline warning.
Yeah. I mean, and that's good. Now, that's good officiating there, man. That is truly good officiating there. I mean, allowing the coach to vent, be upset, however, being able to control the game, get it back in control. That was outstanding officiating in that situation.
And you saw Zach Lindsay limping off the field. He's a big part of the Mascoutah defense at his safety position. Fontenot is in place of him. Here's a pass to the left side. It's caught by Sutton, and Sutton is hit hard and dropped. He only picked up a yard, and to run a lot more than a yard should take.
No doubt. Austin Wong, he almost had that baby. That ball was right there. I'm thinking he's going to pick that ball off and take it to the house.
Now on 2nd down. And it's going to be the quarterback, Kirkpatrick, up the middle. And Kirkpatrick runs into a wall and is pushed backwards.
Very good defense. Once again, the defensive line is doing an outstanding job from Mascoutah. They have not had to do any minimum blitzing. They're able to play a zone in the back of it because the defensive line has done an outstanding job for Mascoutah.
And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. What a great quarter it was. The defense is really stepping up. Andre Jackson getting after Kyle Kirkpatrick. And neither Mascoutah nor Bethalto able to get on the board in the 3rd quarter. 14-6 as we head to the 4th on CCIN. Welcome back to Mascoutah, DJ Randy and our CCIN crew. as we start the fourth quarter. A 14-6 lead for Mascoutah over Bethalto in the second annual Armed Forces Classic here at Mascoutah High School. It's a third down to start the fourth quarter for Bethalto, and Kirkpatrick, their quarterback, turns it upfield and has the first down at the 49-yard line. Kyle Kirkpatrick, who came into this game with 135 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, gets a good gain there and a first down for Bethalto. Ball's marked at the 48-yard line. Showing blitz Mascoutah. And now a fumble as Kirkpatrick was hit hard by Ferris Lemuel, and the ball was harmlessly knocked out of bounds.
Ferris Lemuel got there fast, big fella. Look how fast he gets here. I mean, you don't have a chance. Boy, he's a good athlete, man. That is the way to play. Boy, and that's a nice bounce, a great bounce.
Back to Dylan Mueller. I thought it went out of bounds, and Mueller was able to get his hands on it.
That was a great bounce, but boy, Lemuel, man, that's good. That's good penetration.
So now it's second down and 13. Let's see if another rusher comes free here. They show blitz again, Mascoutah does. And this is Kirkpatrick right up the middle. And Kirkpatrick has another first down. Boy, it's opening up for him, DJ. Right up the middle, and another first down for Kyle Kirkpatrick.
What he's doing a good job of reading. You see, once again, Randy, the read is easy when there's no pressure. You see that defensive line has not been able to penetrate on that play. Anytime that defensive line is not able to penetrate, that's when Kirkpatrick is going to get a good read and do a good job penetrating with the ball.
Into Mascoutah territory, Bethalto. And now a mix-up as Mueller finally gets the ball from Kirkpatrick, and he is brought down.
But let's go back to what you see differently that time. You saw the penetration from the defensive line. Anytime the Mascoutah defensive line penetrate, it takes away that read option. If you don't penetrate, Kirkpatrick will hurt you the entire game.
Timeout, Mascoutah. They lead 14-6, and they need to find an answer for Kirkpatrick on that read option running right up the middle.
Hey, Randy, you see the guy over the ball? His name is Trent Purcell, the gentleman right there, right over the ball. He received a call from the National Football League asking would he be interested in coming and participate as one of the officials that's going to take through the games because of the walkout. And he told me, hey, it was nowhere in the world I was going to do anything like that because these guys are trying to make a living. And you know what? I wouldn't want to do that. If I was in that situation, I wouldn't want no one to do that to me. And I got to give him, kudos. Me agreeing or not, but anybody agreeing with him or not, you got to give him kudos for having conviction and standing for what he felt right. My man, Trent Purcell, you my big-time player making big-time plays in big-time games today, baby.
And this officiating crew here tonight has done a much better job than the Rams-Redskins crew last weekend.
You may have to take this whole crew to Chicago. You're right.
It's second down.
Penetration. If they get penetration, if this Mascoutah team continue to get penetration with a very good defensive line, they will be fine. If not, well, I tell you what, that Bethalto team could really hurt them.
Kirkpatrick, and that's why Mascoutah called the timeout, because Kirkpatrick picks up a yard, maybe two, doesn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be third and long.
It starts up front. You know what? People think football, like I always tell you, it's not real hard. It's blocking and tackling. And it comes and it starts with interior line play. If you got good interior line play, offensively or defensively, you're going to win a lot of football games. And the defensive line that time from Mascoutah is doing a great job.
Another third and long for Bethalto. They've encountered a lot of these tonight. Third down and 12 for the Eagles. Kirkpatrick Drops to throw, does throw, and this one is knocked away on a terrific defensive play. That was a forward pass, so there's nothing to worry about, but Tim McDonald flew in and knocked that one away.
I mean, that was a tough pass right there. Let me tell you why. Because the quarterback is always on the other opposite half of the field, and you're throwing it to the sideline, the opposite side. It would have taken a rocket of Dan Marino on to get the ball over there, my man. I'm telling you, that was a good read by the defensive back. He comes up, he reads that play, and you have a chance to read that play because the play develops slow. The ball is not going to get there that fast.
On 4th and 12, Bethalto and Kirkpatrick to kick it away. High snap, and now it's going to be a fake. And this is the wide receiver getting the first down, Chris Henson. Little inside flip. Henson turned the corner and picked up the first down on 4th and 12.
Big fella, only thing I'm saying, that's beautiful. I like the call, baby. It's beautiful. Look at this. I mean, caught him off guard, thinking they're going to punt it, and wow, look at that. That was a big-time, gutsy play. Outstanding call by Coach Winslow for Bethalto.
The ball is at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Bethalto down 14-6. Sutton and Henson out to the left side for the Eagles. This is Mueller up the middle. Dylan Mueller is tripped up at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 for Bethalto.
And what you like to see, when you make a play like that special team-wise, you do a fake punt. Momentum get on your side. Now you can see the rhythm. And this Bethalto team right now got a rhythm going. And the defensive line is not able to get to the quarterback so far.
Mueller again, and this time he is knifed underneath. Robert Pearson, the linebacker, was able to get him low and tackle Dylan Mueller.
That's a good read by Pearson. He comes up from that safety position and makes a nice tackle, come underneath, and boy, just takes the legs out of the runner. That was a good job by Pearson.
We still aren't seeing Zach Lindsay on the field defensively for Mascoutah. Third down play for Bethalto. Pitch, Mueller. Mueller is dragged down, shy of first down yardage, and there's Robert Pearson again making another big play for the Mascoutah defense.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was excellent. That was an excellent tackle by Pearson that time. He's made 2 dynamic plays. The other play, he comes up and wipes the legs out. This time he comes up, it's 1-on-1, him and the pitch back, and he makes a nice tackle on the pitch runner, man. Good job by Pearson.
Clock is inside of 7.5 minutes. Big 4th down here. Bethalto needs to hang on to the football, and it'll be the quarterback, Kirkpatrick, and he spins down to the 20-yard line, and he will have a first down.
Man, that was determination that time by Kirkpatrick. I mean, he gets hit. He gets hit before the line of scrimmage. Watch this. And watch his effort here, man. Pow, look at that, man. That's just effort there, baby. I mean, it comes down to effort. And that time, Kirkpatrick showed effort.
1st and 10 from the 20. 3 receivers to the right side. Chris Henson to the near side. Kirkpatrick up the middle. And Kirkpatrick inside the 15 to about the 14.5-yard line. Gain of 5 for Kyle Kirkpatrick, the very busy quarterback for Bethalto.
Yeah, Kyle Kirkpatrick seems like he's got a little more pep in his step, my friend. He's running that baby a little harder, like he's got a little more juice in the tank, baby. I mean, he's wanting to get in the end zone.
2nd down. Ticking down towards 6 minutes left. A 14-6 lead for Mascoutah, who scored both of their touchdowns in the first 2 minutes and 25 seconds of this game. Here's Mueller. And Mueller is inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Dylan Mueller. A 15-yard touchdown run And Bethalto is within 2 at 14-12.
You know they're going to go for the 2-point conversion because they're down by 2 points. They know they're going to go. Wow, that was good running. That was good execution that time. We go back to the fake punt. Bethalto got the rhythm. They kept the momentum going. And, man, they got in the end zone. And you can see how Kirkpatrick was running the ball that they was going to get in the end zone.
Looking for 2, Kirkpatrick into the end zone and caught for the 2-point conversion by Chris Henson. And we're tied at 14.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. We knew this team wasn't going to quit. And they weathered the storm in the first half. I mean, when this team got down by 14 points, they never quit. Look at this, just a basic pitch. Good blocking downfield. If you're going to run an option pitch like that, it's got to have good blocking downfield. And they do an outstanding job blocking downfield.
And for the first time since the game was 2 minutes and 13 seconds old, we're tied.
Well, you knew it was going to be a tough game. I mean, everyone knew this was going to be a tough challenge. Mascoutah had a lot of opportunity. And they got to take advantage of the opportunities they had. Ute was able to jump on Bethalto early in the game, but they never stopped. Mueller gets the ball, gets in the end zone, 2-point conversion. Man, now this is going to see. We're about to find out what Mascoutah is made of. Can they rebound? Can they come back and play with the same vigor they did in the first quarter? Because they have not played at the same intensity level offensively that they did in the first quarter.
And when you look at what they were able to do in the first quarter, they had a 30-yard drive and a 45-yard drive after a couple of turnovers. And, DJ, they really, to me, haven't, as this one goes into the end zone and will come out to the 20, they haven't had, in my opinion, a substantial drive offensively tonight.
No, I mean, you're 100% right. I mean, they got their 2 scores on great field position situations, and they have not been able to maintain consistency offensively when they get the ball and just keep a rhythm. It's going to be crucial right here because if you give Bethalto the ball back, Bethalto is going to score again because now they're feeling good about themselves, got the confidence going. In any game of football is confidence. And right now, momentum and confidence, Bethalto is the one that have it.
Lindsay has Fontenot in the backfield. This is going to be Lindsay trying to turn it up. Picks up a couple on first down.
For both of these teams to be passing teams, I'm just amazed they're not throwing the ball downfield. Now, Lindsay has a nice arm, and he can throw the ball. I got to use Lindsay's ability to throw the ball down the field. I mean, he can make it happen. He can put a lot of pressure on you if you give him a three option, but right now, the 3 option is gone. He's just running the ball. I mean, spread him out, let him throw it down the field, throw it in the middle of the field.
Inside of 10 seconds on the play clock. Lindsay takes the snap, looks downfield, looking and throwing, and this one is incomplete. We have a flag behind the play. It was intended for Tim Parks, and he may have been bumped out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to call pass interference that time, but give Lindsay credit. Lindsay keeps the play alive. He keeps the play alive because he keeps his feet moving. He's getting his head up. He's looking downfield, and he's looking to throw the ball. He's not looking to run first. He's looking to pass first. Run is after
pass
the next option.
On the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
We always talk about how penalties kill a drive. Let's see if this penalty motivates this drive by Mascoutah.
What do you like better? Do you like the college and high school rule of yardage for pass interference, or do you like the spot foul in the NFL?
No, I like the spot foul.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt about it. I think that's why you can win games in high school and college. Get a guy 15 yards, just hold him.
Here is Lindsay, and Lindsay out near midfield for Mascoutah, and they're on the move.
I've been really praising number 11, Pearson. Now, if Pearson makes this block on the outside, you'll see Lindsay coming. Pearson, I don't know if we're going to see him on the screen, but he makes that block right there. Lindsey is still running down the field because the contained man was able to come off Pierce and block and get Lindsey. I mean, he had a big-time opportunity on the sideline to go down the field.
From the 49-yard line of Bethalto, this is going to be Beekert. And Beekert takes it inside the 45 and a pickup of 5 yards for Beekert and Mascoutah.
That's a good play by Beekert. I'm thinking he's not going to get anything on this play. He has just a real interesting ability to make people miss him when you think you got him. He's very elusive. You're not able to bring Beekert down easily.
Second down. This is Beekert the other way. And Beekert puts his head down to the 40-yard line. And that'll be about a yard short of a first down.
Let me tell you why that play is so effective. That play is so effective because the double pass early in the game.
Yes.
And you can see Bethalto is saying, hey, I'm not coming up on that play. We're going to stay back. I'm going to stay with that same play until Bethalto stops it.
Tight end on the right side right now for Mascoutah is McNair. Here's Lindsey. And Lindsey runs out of bounds. It'll be fourth down. Runs out of bounds short of the first down.
Yeah, well, that was a very predictable call. I mean, you saw how the running back was lined up. You knew the quarterback, Lindsey, was not going to hand the ball to the running back. What you got to do, you got to continue to do that works until team. I'm a true believer of stop what I'm doing best. If you can't stop what I'm doing best, I'm going to continue to do it until you stop it.
Fourth down, 3:49 to go.
The most effective play has been that little bubble screen with Beekert.
Yes. He's a slot on the left side, and we've got a timeout on the field called by Mascoutah. 3:49 to go, fourth down and 3.
Yeah, and you can't run your quarterback to the short side of the field when you're in that situation. You ran Lindsey to the short side of the field. I mean, you condense him. Why make the sideline become the enemy? I mean, you bring the enemy alive, the sideline, when you run towards the sideline. I would always run to the wide side of the field. That's what I would do.
There's the terrific Mascoutah band. They did a wonderful job with the anthem tonight, and they have a lot of fun.
I truly appreciated and enjoyed that band, man. Band, you guys are off the charts, man. You guys were very good tonight.
I went to grab some nachos here at Mascoutah. When I came back, DJ was watching the band at halftime and said, I could watch that all day long.
I mean, they were good. I mean, precision, the music, just the whole, the choreography of the whole performance of the band was awesome. This is high school football, man. It is so nice to be here watching a good quality high school football game and a high quality band. It was really nice.
Armed Forces Classic, second annual, honoring the Armed Forces tonight. And Beekert tries to turn the corner. He gets to the 40, fumbles out of bounds, and it's going to be marked at the 40, about a half yard short of a first down.
He's short. You know, and I like the call putting it in Beekert's hand, because Beekert has really been the horse in this race. And depending upon the spot, that's going to be interesting on this spot. However, I would not run Beekert into the short side of the field. I mean, you just don't, because you don't have a lot of maneuverability in that short side of the field, and then that sideline is going to work against you. I'm going to run my best player, my athletic player. I'm going to run him to the wide side and let him be creative like he's been the entire game.
I'm a little surprised that they're measuring here. I thought this was going to be a half yard short.
I thought so too. However, we can't see where they spotted the ball since the players are there.
And it goes to Bethalto. So they get the ball back with 3:43 to go. And if they can put together a drive here, and Mascoutah has only one timeout left, they can pretty much end this game. DJ, I thought it was interesting when Jeff Fisher took over the Rams. The first thing he did, practice-wise, was have his players run the 4-minute drill. He said you win the game in the last 4 minutes, and so that's where they started, was from the end of the game, the last 4 minutes, and then worked back.
That's good. I mean, because you become habit. You become habit, and winning and executing with precision in the fourth quarter of any game is crucial. We're at the fourth quarter mark in this game, and it's going to be crucial of the execution.
Here's Kirkpatrick, and he is going deep, and this one is tipped and dropped incomplete.
Now, you know what? Now, I like the aggressive play by Bethalto, but that's what I was expecting of Bethalto early in the game. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do it now when it's so obvious I got to do it. I'm going to use that clear out, come right out to the same route, but this time I'll take my inside receiver and bring him right in the middle of the field. It's wide open once you clear it out.
This game's tied 14 apiece. 3:37 to go. Kirkpatrick. And Kirkpatrick is going to pitch. Here's Mueller, Dylan Mueller, who has a touchdown tonight. Crosses the 45 to the 46. Keeps those legs churning to midfield. And Mueller has a first down for Bethalto. What a run that was.
I don't know where they're going to mark this at right here. I think it's a little short. However, let me tell you something. This Bethalto team is to me, wanting it a little more right now. I mean, look at the extra effort that Bethalto is doing. Look at Mueller. I mean, he's getting hit and he's continuing to move his feet. The Bethalto team right now is a little hungrier than this Mascoutah team.
3rd and a foot. Kirkpatrick, the quarterback. And Kirkpatrick up the middle has the first down. And he keeps the legs churning for a gain of 5 to the 45-yard line of Mascoutah.
They do a very good job in his read option. Let me tell you why it's so good. Because the penetration is not there. When the penetration gets there, it takes it away because you're taking away the first read. And the first read is that back in the backfield with Kirkpatrick.
1st and 10. Closing in on 2.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Big fella, I smell overtime in this one, man.
Kirkpatrick to throw. Has time, gets rid of it. And Mueller can't catch up to that one over his head. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
What happened on that play there, Kirkpatrick did not have a lot of time. Got pressure upside, got pressure right in the middle. You got to keep pressure on him. If you don't do that, Kirkpatrick can hurt you, throwing the ball and running the ball.
Clock has stopped with 2:19 in the fourth quarter. Kirkpatrick, and he is dropped. Great defensive pressure from Chris Matthews of Mascoutah, who knifed in to make the tackle.
Anytime that penetration comes, that play is not going anywhere. Good penetration that time. What I'm going to do, I'm not worried about that read option. I got to throw the ball because you got to make it manageable. You got 2 downs to try to get a first down. I'm going to make this a manageable situation for myself if I'm Bethalto.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Kirkpatrick has it caught. And Mueller is brought down after a gain of a couple. Give him a gain of 5. He's 2 yards past the original line of scrimmage.
Very good tackle that time. Very good time by Pearson. He makes a nice tackle.
All right, the 4th down and 9. The Mascoutah crowd is on their feet.
This is it, baby. That's what it's all about.
Kirkpatrick. Clock running towards a minute left in the fourth quarter. And now a timeout. First timeout expended by Bethalto tonight.
We're going, this baby going in overtime, man. I'm telling you. You got to give Bethalto credit. I mean, they took some heavy blows early in this game. You're talking about turnovers. You're talking about making plays. Bethalto never lost his composure. And they did what the game plan was: be conservative, be consistent, and let Kirkpatrick control the game, running and passing the ball. They really did an excellent job to maintain their poise in a very hostile and emotional environment.
They really have. I'm guessing that Chris Henson will be one of the targets that Kirkpatrick will go to. Bethalto also puts Zach Clockey back into the game.
Here we go, big fella. This is all about.
4th and 9. Kirkpatrick with an empty backfield. They show blitz. He throws deep right side, and this one is dropped. Incomplete. It was knocked away by the defensive back, Parks, and that was 4th down, so Mascoutah gets the ball back.
Yeah, that was good coverage that time. Let's see if Mascoutah can throw the ball. We talk about two prolific passing teams, and neither one of these teams really have exploited the pass. They've done most of their damage with the quarterback reads, and both of them running the spread offense. Let's see now if they can put together a quick drive and try to get a score.
They have one timeout left, Mascoutah does, with 57.6 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
Although they got one timeout, the beauty of it, anytime they get a first down, the clock stops.
Keep an eye on 18, Lemuel, a wing to the right side. Beeker to wing to the left. Here's the snap. Lindsey with time, throws, and this one is over the head of Lemuel and incomplete.
Lindsey's got a nice arm. I mean, he threw that ball real effortlessly. Although it was over Lemuel's head and wasn't able to get it, boy, he threw that ball easily. I'm telling you, it's really, man, good ability.
Robert Pearson, Tyler McNair out to the right side. Lemuel is replaced now by Fontenot, and he will move in at running back. Fontenot will for the Indians. Lindsey throws to the sideline over here, and they say it's a catch for Robert Pearson. 43.8 left, and Mascoutah uses their final timeout.
Yeah, Pearson is just like the safety valve. Is it nothing downfield, then he's going to be the guy that stands right there. I don't know if I'm Pearson, I'd catch that ball. I mean, it might have served you better just not even to catch that ball, because now, you have no more timeouts.
Hey, watch all the highlights from your school's big game with Charter On Demand. Go to Channel 1, Local Interest, Sports, and then High School Sports to view high school football highlights and more. High School Sports On Demand will be updated with all the big games from this season. In addition to high school sports content, Charter Digital TV and On Demand is your own library of movies and shows. The newest releases are always in stock, available, and ready to watch on your schedule. For more information on Charter On Demand, call today, 888-GET-CHARTER.
Isn't this nice, man? We talked about, first of all, able to get you can go and you can order one of the DVDs of the game. This is a game I will order. I mean, the fans is enthusiastic, both sides. It's a great game. This is what it's all about.
Lindsey under pressure gets it away, and this one's incomplete. It'll stop the clock and bring up 4th down with 40.1 seconds remaining. Pressure coming from Tyler Campbell.
Yeah, but Lindsey lost composure first time in his game. I mean, the defender goes right past him, and he just panics and throws the ball. I mean, he's normally a very composed young man. He's been composed this entire game. I tell you what I'm going to do in this situation. I'm going to punt it because I want to use the field position in this game, and let's go into overtime. Let's see what happens.
On 4th down, he does set up to punt. And now he's going to throw it. This is Lemuel. Lemuel to the sideline. And Lemuel gets out of bounds and stops the clock with 32.9 seconds left. Wow. That ball is going to be marked at the 29.5-yard line.
That is the coach, man. He calls the play, baby. I mean, I like it. He's playing to win. He's not playing not to lose. And you got to like that call. Well, you've seen two excellent punt fakes in this game. Outstanding call.
Lindsey, Beeker And Beekert. No timeouts left, and Beekert is brought down at the 20-yard line. 20 seconds remaining. Now they have to get up and spike it. 15 seconds left. And he does spike it with 8.6 left. Now, do they kick or do they go for it on fourth down?
Well, I don't know.
Or third down, rather.
Yeah, hey, man, you got to go to the end zone.
Take another look at the fake.
I like the call. Nice fake. Lemieux gets the ball, turns it upfield. Nice game. Hey, this class right here, Randy, whatever happens on this, it's got to go to the end zone. I don't think you're going to get an opportunity to run two plays here.
No.
So I'm going to the end zone with the ball.
And this one's incomplete, so they'll have time for one more. Tyler McNair couldn't get the handle.
But that's the best thing that happened in that play. McNair cannot catch the ball. If he catches that ball, he's going to be tackled or down, not out of bounds.
They're going to try a field goal here.
And the clock runs out.
They're going to try a field goal of 37 yards. Austin
I
Waugh.
don't know, big fella. We're going to overtime. We're going to go to overtime, big fella.
Alex Altman is the kicker, or is the holder, rather, for this 37-yard attempt. And a timeout is called by Bethalto to try to freeze Alex Waugh.
I tell you what, man. You got the entire...
Austin Waugh, I apologize.
You got the entire side stands over here in Mascoutah. They standing up, man. I mean, you got the band playing the music. This is what Friday Night Lights is all about, baby. High school football. You got the pandemonium for the band over there playing the music. You got the fans out here don't know how to handle this. You got people with their hands over their eyes. They holding hands. Oh my goodness. You couldn't ask for a better situation than tonight.
What a great night here at Mascoutah.
Oh, my goodness.
And they couldn't do a better job of honoring the military that are watching on ihigh.com. What a game we have for you tonight, and we're thrilled to bring it to you.
Man, I am telling you, it's been great. I don't think he's going to fake it here. Because I'm looking at the two dynamics of who's holding and who's going to kick the field goal. They're going to try because they say the worst thing to do is go overtime if it don't get blocked.
Altman will put it down at the 27-yard line. Good snap. The boot is up, and it is short. It is short, and with 1 second left, we are headed to overtime. Unless there is a spectacular play on the part of Bethalto on the final play of regulation.
Well, I doubt that's going to happen. I'm going to tell you something. Another 10 yards in, that's good. I'm telling you. I am shocked. Wow, that was close. Another 10 yards in, baby. That was good. Man, this is what you expect. I mean, I would have been disappointed if anything else outside of this would have happened. This is good. This is very good. You got to watch for a flea flicker and all that good stuff. But if I'm Bethalto, I'm just going to kneel down and go and play overtime.
Well, you might as well take a shot with 1 second left. Might as well throw it as far as you can. They are going to take the knee and go to overtime.
And the reason why I did that's a great call. You didn't want the quarterback getting sacked, interception, return. Now you get an opportunity because in high school, both of you get a possession.
And it's 14-14 as we head to overtime from Mascoutah. It's high school football, and we got a great one for you on CCIN.
You got the rules. You know the rules.
You get it at the 25.
What is the rules?
20.
10 yard, start on the 10-yard line, 4 downs to score.
10-yard line?
Yeah,
Okay.
just alternate.
Okay.
For how many times? Somebody score?
Welcome back to Mascoutah for overtime, the second annual Armed Forces Classic, and Bethalto's Civic Memorial tied with Mascoutah at 14 apiece as we enter overtime. And the overtime rules in Illinois are very simple. You get the ball at the 10-yard line, 4 downs to score. And if the first team scores, the second team will have equal opportunity to match them. And then in the third overtime, if a touchdown is scored, the requirement is that you have to go for 2.
Okay.
Bethalto has the ball first from the 10-yard line.
Well, we know. Let's go and let's get it done.
Kirkpatrick is their quarterback. And Kirkpatrick is going to carry it himself. And he is tripped up, gets inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. And my guess, DJ, would be that we're going to see a lot of that from Bethalto, that Kirkpatrick will take the lion's share of the carries here in overtime.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, that was a good run that time by Kirkpatrick. I mean, he's been very effective running that play.
By the way, we do not have a clock in overtime.
So that means we can be here all night, folks.
Theoretically, we could.
Let's go.
Kirkpatrick has the big boy, Klostermeyer, Zach Klostermeyer, who has one of their touchdowns in the backfield with him. And instead, he's going to keep it himself and leap down to the 1-yard line. That was a great fake that he made to his running back, Dylan Mueller.
Yeah, I mean, he really does a great job faking that ball. I mean, and you got to have good communication with your running backs when you're running that fake, because either you're going to let him keep it, or the running back's got to be disciplined enough to allow the quarterback to stay in control over keeping the ball or handing the ball off to him.
Mueller and Klostermeyer in the backfield along with Kirkpatrick. And this is Klostermeyer up the middle and in for the touchdown for Bethalto. So they draw first blood in overtime.
Man, Klostermeyer just seemed like a load. I'm telling you, he seemed like a load to bring down, man. Wow. I mean, he gets the ball. I mean, he's just one of those hard-nosed football players.
6'1", 225, and has those big, strong legs. And they're going to try to kick the extra point here as Jonathan Woelfel, their kicker, comes in. And Klostermeyer, who scored the touchdown, will be the holder. And Woelfel with a big leg boots it through.
Man, that was a nice kick, wasn't it? I mean,
Woelfel missed his first extra point try, and Bethalto had to convert on a 2-point conversion to tie the game, send it to overtime.
Now watch this. Klostermeyer get hit in the back. Teammates behind him pushing him. But you look at him, keep his feet moving. Wow, that's good. That's powerful. Big time powerful run. Watch this. Pow, pow. And look at it. Pow. Pow. Man, pow. And he still is able to get through there. Man, good play.
So Klostermeyer scores, and now it's Lindsey and Mascoutah's turn. And he's going to throw, and this one is low and incomplete. Well, I would think that in one of 4 downs, if they need 4 downs here, that we'll see the ball in the hands of number 5, Beaker.
Yeah. Beaker has been really the what you call the straw that stirs the drink, the soda pop. I'm telling you what, I got to get the ball in his hand and watch the bubble screen. This is an opportunity to get it to him. You got to block in front of him and let him make his move.
Ferris Lemuel, the slot on the left side. Lindsey throws, and it's out of bounds, and it's going to be 3rd down from the 10-yard line for Mascoutah.
Wow, I'm telling you what, I think Mascoutah's making it a little more difficult on them. When you got 3 receivers at the wide side of the field, and then you come and want to throw it to the short side of the field, I think that's kind of a little difficult pass pattern. I want a combination route, so I'm going to go to the 3 receiver side and run some type of combination. Get the ball into Beaker's hand. He's the guy who's really played at a high level tonight.
Now you've got 4 receivers to the right side. Parks is the lone one to the left. Lindsey is going to run left. And he is going to be popped and brought down by Mueller at the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 4. It'll be 4th and 4. And a defensive stop for Bethalto would win it for the Eagles.
Oh, here they go, Bufferin. Here we go. Buckle up the seatbelts, baby. That's what you want to do, man. If you are a defensive player, you want to be in this situation. If you're an offensive player, you want the ball. Here we go.
Here is the timeout for Mascoutah. In overtime, each team gets a timeout. 21-14 in favor of Bethalto. Klostermeyer scoring. And the extra point by Woelfel here in the first session of overtime.
I think Mascoutah did something that they went away from. I mean, Beaker has been very effective in this game. He's made plays. You got to give him the ball. In that situation, you don't go 3 plays without letting him touch the ball. He's been a guy that's been making plays. I'm going to give him the ball right now. I got to figure out a way to get him the ball where he can use his ability to get in the end zone. But now, if I'm Bethalto, if I'm Coach Winslow, I'm thinking to myself, Beaker is the guy that we got to start. Let's make anyone else beat us, but not Beaker.
And it'll be interesting to see if number 18, Lemuel, is in there in overtime for Mascoutah.
Oh, he's got to be in there. There's no way in the world. I mean, he's a heck of an athlete, just like Beaker. He's got to be in the game.
All right, 4th down. Here we go.
They're going to roll him to the right side of the field.
Here's a throw, and it's off the hands of the intended receiver, and Bethalto wins. It got tipped away. It was intended for Pearson, and Bethalto wins it 21-14 in overtime.
Wow. I'm telling you, you got to give Bethalto credit, man. They hung in the game. I mean, it was a tough situation for them earlier in the game. They took some of the best blows from this Mascoutah team, but they never flinched. They never got rattled. They stayed poised and composed, and they made plays when they had to make it. Give them a lot of credit for making the plays when they had to make it.
They were down 14-0 early, very early, 2 minutes and 25 seconds into the game, but they rallied with a touchdown in the second quarter, a Klostermeyer 1-yard run, and then after a fake punt, Mueller with a 15-yard touchdown run. Don't forget that huge 2-point conversion with the outstanding quarterback Kirkpatrick hitting Henson for the 2-point conversion. And then in overtime, it was Klostermeyer again, providing them with the winning score, 21-14.
Well, we knew this game was going to be a very tough, physical, emotional game. I mean, a lot of the kids, from 50% of the kids from Mascoutah come from armed service families. So a lot of these kids, they have to gel quick. It's not like they have a couple years in a JFL program and in a middle school program and play together. They come from all parts of the country, sometimes all parts of the world, and they come here just knowing one another, getting in a very difficult situation to become friends. So you got to give them credit. The Mascoutah team, they played hard. They played with a lot of heart. They played with, just emotions. And then, I think about this. You got some kids, Randy. Family is overseas somewhere when they playing.
Kyle Kirkpatrick is our Carpenters Union star of the game. We salute Kyle Kirkpatrick as he guided the Eagles to the victory tonight, and we'll stick around for the awarding of this Armed Forces Classic trophy to Bethalto at the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, and one thing I got to say, Kyle Kirkpatrick being our Carpenter Union star of the game, let me say something about that young man. He never panicked in this game. He continued to show leadership and being the command of the ship and never got rattled. You got to give him credit for making the plays when he needed to make them and keeping his team focused and poised under the outset of offense from this Mascoutah.
The Carpenters Union play of the game, that fake punt on 4th down that set up what became the winning score.
Well, I mean, that was a gutsy call, man. That was a call that said, hey, man, we're playing to win. We ain't playing not to lose. we're playing to win. We're going to do whatever we have to do. Doing that fake punt in a critical time of the game, that was huge. That was a huge play by Coach Winslow to have enough confidence in his players, feeling that they can execute that play to make it happen. That was a great play.
And the Bethalto team celebrating now with their fans on the far end of the field as they come away with the 21-14 victory.
Yeah, you know what? You should feel good. Your fans was behind you. You was outnumbered here at Mascoutah. Mascoutah had a jam-packed people, and boy, they came and they did their thing. So I tell you what, kudos to that Bethalto team coming in a very hostile environment, pulling out a very difficult, hard-fought game.
And it was fun. You can watch this game again on demand if you so desire. Just go to Channel 1, Local Interest, Sports, and then High School Sports if you'd like to watch this one on demand again and again and again with Charter Communications Digital and HD. Our next game next week, we're back here on the east side as 5th-ranked East St. Louis takes on number 2 O'Fallon. That should be a great one, and we'll bring it to you here on CCIN. Don't forget to check out our website, www.chartertv.com. Schedules, news, DVDs, airtimes, and more. It's chartertv.com. This telecast has been an exclusive presentation of CCIN. Any rebroadcast or internet use without the express written permission of Charter Communications is strictly prohibited. For Demetrius Johnson and our superb Charter Communications crew, I'm Randy Carricker. Thanks so much for joining us. Once again, the final from Mascoutah, Bethalto 21, Mascoutah 14 in overtime. And from the home of the Indians, so long, everyone.